What is going on, guys? Give me 1 second real quick. I just gotta fix this. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Hope everyone's having a very good day today. Wrong. Right. Got the camera. It's something I always have to do every single time. Hope everyone's having a good day, guys. Obviously, big game tomorrow for the Eagles. Saints are coming to the link, and yeah, we're gonna get this rolling. I hope everyone's having a good weekend, chilling out, and just hanging out. That's all we're doing. So just to let you know, schedule-wise, obviously, schedule-wise, I'm going to be hopefully doing a 94 WIP stream tomorrow in the morning, and then obviously the post-game after the game tomorrow night. That's where the schedule is going. So good, all good with that. I'm down for that. All right, hold on. The reason why your stuff's not popping up is because I'm not on the actual thing. And there. Actually, this is a lot better. Let's see what we got here. We got what's going on, Scott? How you doing, man? Sparks, what's going on? Jaden Buckley, what's going on? Sam Fleming, what's going on? Big Play Slay, what's up? Jason Smoyer, what's going on? Band Up Stir, what's going on? Frank Russo, what's going on, man? Gabe Station, why is merch in euros? Is it? I don't think so. It should be in both. Should be in both. Because Joey's European. What's going on, Jason? Nina Alston, what's going on? We got Nicholas Coyle here. We got Alex Hayden here. We got Toxic Lee, Cheater Tito, Valentine Cantua. What's up, bro? I think we could pull a win off tomorrow against the Saints. Let's get it, Eagles. It'd be nice. Bada King says 41-13 Saints. Lubens Myers score prediction. Dude, I don't know. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts. I think we have more of a shot to score maybe over 20 points with Jalen Hurts being in the game, but we'll just have to find out. You know what I mean? We got Snapback Jug. What's going on, man? Jason, Chris, what's going on, bro? Philly J, Monica Lane, what's going on? Jason Swoyer, TJ Plummer. What's the over under on Elliott missed extra points this week? God, how awful has he been, man? It's been that bad with Jake Elliott. Mr. Cunningham, Saints coming off 2 straight road games. Alex Hated says Jalen is going to have a good first drive. I hope so. Maybe Doug's play calling will, kind of set with Jalen Hurts, and actually it'll fit him a lot better, obviously. So that's a lot more to really look at and look forward to. So kind of happy with that, obviously. See here. Let's see, Logan Montero. Philly, let's see, Valentine Couture says 24-21 Eagles. Dave McKnight says, think Sanders will have the best game of the year tomorrow. Philly Fan D says, I'm at the point I don't care if we win, but want the kid to play good. I agree with that. Logan Montero says Hurts is going to get destroyed by the Saints defense. Brandon Lewis says 38-10 Saints. Trush says hope we win out. That's going to be tough. Oh, I mean, really all we have after the Saints is the Cardinals. So after we pretty much are done with the Cardinals, obviously I thought this was the big meat and potatoes of our schedule. Once we got off that bye week, we had to beat the Browns, the Giants. I figured those 2 games would be wins, and then you pretty much have to face the rest of these hard teams like the Seahawks and the Saints, obviously Green Bay, and then face Arizona. So let's see. Nicholas says Trey Carson to the trade Carson to the Seahawks. Nina Alice says, I'm looking forward to see what Hurts could do tomorrow. I am too. I'm pretty excited about it. I am behind you says, hey, what's going on? Stan Fleming, I have the feeling Hurts will make the offensive scheme look good. I think when Wentz started like refusing to run, he just doesn't fit the scheme. Doug needs a dual threat QB to make it work. Even with Nick Foles, he wasn't a dual threat, but the RPO system worked a lot better under Doug Peterson, even though I don't take, I don't really get Doug off the hook with anything, obviously. I think there's just more to it than that. With Doug, I think it's hand in hand with both guys. I think, Carson's had the worst year of his career so far. So it's been an absolute mess. So unfortunately, Michael Ian, what do you think of Cox favoring Wentz over Hurts? Hey, it is what it is. Like I some of these guys, look, this locker room is going to start to take sides on who their quarterback is. You know what I mean? And you know what? It's not like, and they're not going to say anything bad about any players. You got to remember, like when these players get interviewed, they're not going to say anything bad about any of these quarterbacks to the media. So that's another thing. Like but Cox is going to support either one of these guys, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So I mean, everyone should just be supporting each other. You know what I mean? We're gonna go down this stretch. The Giant fans are excited. You know what I mean? Over nothing, pretty much. And it's just getting to the point where we just have to do our thing, and we have to swallow the pill, guys. We just gotta swallow the pill. It's gonna be crazy now. Let's see now. Let's see about a King said I want a high draft pick. We probably will get it without even trying, to be honest with you. J.D. Seymour says one thing is going for us is that the Saints are getting a completely different looking Eagles team, so it could be a little difficult to prepare for something that you don't know what to expect. Especially, they actually mentioned that I don't think the Saints have faced a dual threat quarterback before this year. I don't think they faced a dual threat quarterback in 2020. That's what I heard on the news. I think yesterday, which I know I don't really look at the Saints schedule or any other team's schedule, so I really don't know at this point, but nice to look at it though. Valentine, we're going to have this Spark tomorrow. Watch and see. I have a feeling. Logan Montero said this is the first week in a while that I'm excited to see a game. I'm probably right on board with that, to be honest. Trust it. It's going to cost us less to trade Wentz to have him on our roster next season against the Cap. That's definite, obviously. It's $60 million. Look, it's going to be a matter of if it's going to happen. Number two, if Jalen Hurts is starting the rest of the year and he's actually playing relatively well, doesn't mean we have to win games. But if Jalen Hurts is playing relatively well, Doug has to start him the rest of the season. I mean, if Doug Peterson is going by from game to game to game, it is what it is. But he doesn't, I don't think Jalen Hurts has to win games. I think he honestly just has to, I don't think he really has to win games. I think, honestly, he just has to relatively play well. I mean, I think that's really it. I think that's all we're really looking for at this point. I mean, yeah, can we, try? I mean, with Alshon Jeffrey, I thought he was going to be hurt this week and not play, which is unfortunate because I didn't really want him to play at all. And he's going to be taking snaps away from Travis Fulgham. He's going to be taking away snaps from, snaps, from John Hightower as well. So it's been a total mess. Like, I don't know why Alshon's even playing at this point. You might as well keep him healthy because God forbid he gets hurt. We're going to shoot ourselves in the foot with that. And it's not good. It's not good at all. Let's see here. Bobby said I can care less what Cox thinks. He's overpaid, stealing money too. Sam says Carson has pretty much refused to run, though. Has a lot to do with not wanting to be injured. I think can't deny he was better when he was pulled it down and ran more. Yeah, well, he was doing that earlier this year. Like, as soon as he didn't find anybody open, he was pretty much going in there and actually running. As soon as he found nobody open, he would just scramble, which I gave him more respect for that. But he hasn't really done that at all recently. He's just sitting in the pocket. He's moving too much in the pocket to the point where he's moving. He starts to run, then he moves back, and then the angles of the block start to deteriorate, and then that's when this guy gets sacked, and it's just the recipe for disaster at that point. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to run through these comments as quick as I can, unless it's a really important question. Obviously, all these are great, but I'm just trying to get through everything. Let's see here. Snapback jokes. The reason why bench Wentz because we were going to trade him to the Colts. We didn't want him to get injured. The Colts will have lots of cap space, and their 2 quarterback contracts expire this year. Band Up Sir says Jamar Chase could happen. I don't know. We have to see free agency. Obviously, it's too early right now. I mean, everyone starts saying, "Well, we need to go get a wide receiver," but at the same time, we don't even know our quarterback situation yet. So, I think everything will fall into place when it does. Silver Widow says everyone says Hurts sucks, but he isn't trash. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just need to see. I just need to see. I need to see what he could do. I mean, look, he came in for 3 series last game. Played okay. I mean, showed some. I mean, pretty much scored a touchdown. What, 4th and 18, 4th and 19, whatever it is. So, let's see here. See, Matthew Edmondson says Jalen goes off, score 3 touchdowns, 280 yards, 2 throwing, 1 running. Sanders goes for 1 touchdown, 100-yard rushing. Fulton gets 1 touchdown, 85 yards receiving. Rager goes for 100 receiving. Ertz or Dallas touchdown. Eagles win. It's gonna be a hard game, man. It's gonna be a really hard game. Yo, and whoever blocking and whoever is timing people out, don't be timing people out right now. I don't see anybody that really deserves to be timed out right now. I appreciate it. Don't be timing out anybody, especially guys that I trust that are moderators or guys that have memberships to this channel. I appreciate it. I want Jamar Chase. Honestly, Matthew Edmondson being super optimistic. Fine, dude. Trust me. I would love to win this. I would love to come back and Matt said, "What's up? What's going on, Matt? We Valentine Towns and run." John said, "Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Alshon should be benched for the same reason as Carson." Yeah, I agree with that. He's just been like he just disappeared. And plus, he's just never on the field. And what, in 3-4 games he got like 2 receptions? I mean, it's ridiculous. He got the OPI call last week. I thought it was really embarrassing, honestly. Like he's already pushing DBs off of him already. It's just bad. Valentin Couture said, "Man, I'm trying to stay positive here. It's all I got left. Trust me. That's all I'm doing." Spark says, "Nathan, my bad, bro. I was paying attention." Charisma Morales says, "Laugh my out. Do you, fam?" Hell Bubble says, "Watch Jalen play well and Elliott lose a game-winning kick." I could see that happening. Jason Moore says, "Carson hasn't done much running this year. He tries to scramble to buy time. You will see that Hurts will do both, which is good at this point." I think so too. I think he just with the blocking that does happen. I feel like he's more smooth in the pocket, and his vision's really good in the pocket, and he's got really good awareness, and he knows where to run. And I think the one problem that Jalen had in college was that he always tries to find that wide open guy. I need to see Jalen throw to small windows and see what he could do there. That's probably going to be really important. I think throwing through the small windows is really going to be important for this. So, let's see. Jason says, "Carson has done much running this year. Tries to scramble to buy time. You will see that Hurts will do both, which is good at this point." Shadera Reed said the Eagles could have the 19th pick of the or the number 3 pick. A huge difference there. Valentine Cantua says, "Plus Brew and Bud." Matt Week says, "This is the Hurts chance to show us what he's got." And I agree with that. Valentina says, "Yes, sir." Super Bowl 50 says Jalen Hurts going to be a problem. Marquise Graham says, "I'll trade Ertz and Cox for picks and hire Louis Riddick as GM. Trade both for 3rd and 7th. 2 picks each." Damn. Going all out. We're going all out now. Brown, sir, I think Doug and Carson are related. The way Doug takes up for him. Super Bowl 50 says Jalen Hurts got to give the team a win. I hope so. Dan Fleming says I want to see a lot of crossing routes with Rager, Hightower, Watkins. Let Jalen decide based on the flow of the game who to target and which side to roll to. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I want to see some of those mid-tier throws, middle of the field. We haven't seen that all year. It's either a go route, it's a screen. Well, we're doing screens, and then we kind of faded away from that and running up the middle with certain guys for not even 2 yards, or when Carson does roll out of the pocket, rolling out of the pocket as well. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So we'll see. Let's see. Spark says you're on drugs if you think I would trade Cox for a third. Definitely not. What's going on, $82? How you doing, bro? Akbir, the analyst, what's going on, man? Game stage, Joe. I want to buy merch mask and a hoodie, but the merchandise is in euros. Are you anti-American money? I don't know. Somebody bought something. Somebody bought a few things for me last week. A few people bought things last week, so I have to check up on it. But I have to check up on that because I honestly don't know. I'll actually check up on it since I'm here. See here. Nah, bro, you gotta change it. When you go to the item, you have to change it, change available products, and then you'll actually see USD. You'll see USD. You have to go to the Shake Squad, front of the Shake Squad merch page, then go to available products, and you click on the down arrow, and then you just click on the USD money. It's in euros too, because in case somebody's watching from another, whatever. But it's in USD as well. So just letting you know. Hold on, there we go. See here. Show notes. I like Chase, but I think people are sleeping on Terrace Marshall. I like I said, I don't really watch too much college football. I watch some games here and there, but it's really hard for me to watch games because of my schedule and what's going on. So I've been looking at some stuff here and there. I already got some videos prepared for the off season. I'm getting kind of an early start. Marquise Graham said, I want Devonta Smith, who can do everything. He ran back 84-yard touchdown punt return today, showed how scary he is. Smith is the best receiver, in my opinion, because he's playing this year. Sam Fleming says, Jeffrey and J.J. should not see the field at all. They aren't even worth keeping on the field for blocking, let alone receiving. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Alex Hayden, Joey, how many pieces are we away from being a contender again? Lay out the plan real quick. I don't know. Depending, obviously, Howie Roseman, if the rumors are true, he's going to be stripped of his player personnel. But if they want to keep Doug as a head coach, they need to hire an OC, and they need to hire a player, an evaluator, a guy with a lot of experience, a good reputation, to come in here and have the final say on the roster. Other than Doug and Howie, we need another Joe Douglas in here. I think, really, if Jim Schwartz wants to go, he can. If he wants to stay, it is what it is. But they need to either fire Jim, keep him, and they need to start drafting some good guys on defense and stop filling in guys that we've had in the past, like Rodney McLeod's got to go. Obviously, he's on a 1-year deal. Jalen Mills got to go. There's Derek Barnett might not even, I don't know, Derek Barnett might not even get re-signed either. So, there's a lot of things that could happen, but I don't think we're going to be a contender in a year. I think maybe playoffs. If they do the right thing and not mess up anything, I think they'll be fine. But I think maybe 2 to 3 years, probably 2 years, I'd say. Maybe in a 2-year, 3-year span, they'll have something going here. We'll see, man. Logan Montero said, I want us to lose out for us to get a good pick, though. I'm upset because I haven't felt like this in 5 years with the Eagles. I know, it's been rough. Nate says Jalen Reagor 4 for 85 and a touchdown. Love it. Trust the vibes. Miles needs 25 plus touches tomorrow. I know he definitely does. Monica Lane said, would I be crazy to start Hurts in my fantasy this week? I'm not into fantasy. I think I used to do it. I did it for like 2 years, like a long time ago. I stopped doing it, so that's all up to you. Spark says, read Game Station 12 comments, something is wrong with buying merch. Probably just something. I don't know what it is. Chris Romero, Monica Lane, he's a rookie playing against the number 1 ranked defense. He now says, Doug better run the ball tomorrow. Hopefully he does. Bark says, you good, bro. That was a complete accident. Marquise Graham says, yeah, just start retooling, not rebuilding under a new GM by stacking picks is, my opinion, the best decision. I think so. I think they can get picks. If just say they want to get rid of Carson Wentz, they'll definitely get a first-round pick out of him. They'll definitely get some compensation for Zach Ertz. And I don't care what you get for Alshon Jeffrey. I really don't care. Just take the dead cap. And he's going to cost $18 million against the cap next year. There's no point to even keep him on the roster at this point. So... Trust the Vibe says Hurts is a mini Cam Newton. Dominic Gray says, I want to see Holyfield play. Yeah, well, probably not anymore now with Jordan Howard here. Murphy says, if Hurts first start and the Saints do have number 1 defense, you can't totally judge him off of this game only. No, of course not. Even if Hurts plays well, it's going to be, okay, that's great. Like, I'll be happy with it, but at the same time, no teams have any type of game plan against Jalen. He doesn't have a lot of tape on him. Obviously, he's got some tape this year of a few plays here and there, but some read option and a couple, maybe 3 throws. Obviously, more than that. Before the game when he had the 3, before last game, he only had 4 passes, 3 passes. It wasn't much. So. Nathan says Jalen Hurts is going to hurdle someone. Jackson Van Dam said if we beat the Saints, we win the division. I'm not sure about that, bro, but we still got the Cardinals. We still got 2 teams in the NFC East still. Marquise Graham said, like I said, Cox and Ertz for 2 picks. Eagles need to all pick. Well, look, they're not getting rid of Cox. They just restructured him. It's not going to happen. They already restructured Cox. It's not going to happen. They've saved about $5.8 million, 5.7, something like that. So, Up to the Egg says, do you think Eagles have a slight chance against the Saints? Is it possible they pull an upset? If Jalen Hurts plays well and he throws these passes perfectly and we're running the ball, we're balancing it out pretty much. But our defense needs to step up because, we're hurt on defense right now. And, I'm not good with Roby Coleman in the slot. I'm not good with some of these guys. Avonte Maddox, I think, is horrible, has played very bad. I mean, has given up receivers, have been running 5 yards away from him, and I'm not really happy with Avonte Maddox. I'm not really happy with these corners right now. Darius Slay hasn't really played well the past couple games either, so trust the Vibes offseason plan. Trade Wentz, take the cap hit for 1 year, get an OC to help Doug, trade players like Peters. Peters is going to be gone anyway. He's only on a 1 year deal, so he was already gone. Ertz, Graham, and McLeod. McLeod's going to be gone regardless. He's on a 1 year deal. Give Hurts a whole season to show what he has. Marquise Graham says there is no one else Eagles could trade to retool picks looking at the roster. Ryan Sokio says an upset is always possible but unlikely. Jason Suarez says, Joey, you posted the rumor about Howie being stripped of some personnel responsibilities. Is that a common thing for a GM? Wouldn't we just get another GM? It just depends. It depends because Howie Roseman is good with the cap space, is good with the numbers, and if he says, hey, we might bring in an evaluator, we really don't want you doing the draft and having the final say, then that they could do that. Pretty much when Chip Kelly was here, Howie Roseman was in the closet and we didn't really see him at all. So, but he can still work the cap, but he has no final say on the roster. But yeah, they could easily just go get another GM if they want. But obviously, whatever GM is going to be here, whether it's Howie or somebody else, they're not making the final decisions on roster as well. So, Sam Fleming said, with our cap situation, how many pieces we'll have to get rid of, it makes more sense to tank for picks this year, and next year we definitely need a rebuild. ASL Interpreter says, what's good? Will Stets, you couldn't even get a 6th or a 7th round for Alshon. I mean, they tried trading him the past 2 years. Remember the rumors last year? They were trying to trade him, and then they said, "Oh, we weren't trying to trade him." They always do that. But I don't care if we even try to get a 7th round pick for him. I don't care. Well, it's just a pick. Any type of pick is going to be worth more than Alshon Jeffrey. Nina says, do you think Slay gets a pick tomorrow? No, probably not. Because every game, every fan has been saying that. Logan Montero, I really hope we trade Avonte Maddox. Kevin Vegas says, Shakes, what's good, soldier? Appreciate it, Kevin. How you doing, man? Marquise Graham says, trade Alshon for a bag of Doritos right now. Trust the vibes. I hope Fulgham breaks out again. Would love to see him come back next year. Yeah, he's on a 1-year deal right now. Well, he was on a 2-year, but no, he was on a 1-year deal. What am I saying? People were like, oh, he's on a 2-year deal. I'm like, no, he's not. 1-year deal. Jason Chris says, is Slay still hurt? Did not look. Yeah, he's been banged up the past couple weeks, hence why he hasn't been playing well either. $82. I would trade Alshon for 2 liter of ginger ale. Jason Smoyer says, is Alshon really under contract through next year? He's through contract for another like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. So yeah. And the cap hit only gets bigger and bigger. You got $54 million guaranteed. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Sparks laugh out loud. $82. Avonte Max is terrible. Sparks' back's been butt juice. Sam Fleming, we need to play more zone than man, especially against the Saints. We need to keep things in front of us, even if it means giving up plays underneath. Yeah, because I don't see them, man. I don't see them. The matchups are not good for this game. Alex Haynes says, Jordan Malata, the most improved player right now. I feel he's playing pretty well. Having a fifth of the experience as his peers, maybe Alex Singleton. I like Alex Singleton, and I really like Malata a lot. I do. I really do like Malata. I think he's really come a long way. I think he finally got his chance, but he got benched after the bye week. He got benched pretty much. I knew as soon as Alshon Jeffrey and Jason Peters were getting healthy again, that was it pretty much. So it's been kind of crazy, and obviously Deshaun Jackson's hurt right now. Brandon Brooks is hurt right now. Brandon Brooks could come back in the next couple weeks, but I just don't know if it's even worth it at that point, depending if they start winning or they start seeing what's going on. Oh, let's see. Alex Hayes, durable out of the most. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Chris Romero says that homeless guy would catch 10 ball for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Tokyo said, I know, right? Marquise Graham, I'll trade Max for a 6th round. Eagles will at least get something back for him. I'll trade him for that 7th round pick. And Grant Shaver says, yo, Philly fan down in Tampa holding down the fan base in Bradytown. Well, good for you, bro. I wish I was in Florida right now. Trust me. Chester Leonhardt says we should honestly tank, draft linemen, and rebuild. Yeah, I gotta look. Like I think rebuild would go towards these coaches. A lot of people say rebuild, but they have to do, if they do things that make sense this year between free agency of the draft. I'm not looking forward to free agency at all, because I know with this money that we have right now, it's not good. Will Stentz, we wouldn't be surprised if we get some juice for these wide receivers tomorrow. Jason Suarez says, oh my God, it's crazy Alshon is signed for that long. We must get out of that. Well, that's the issue, man. Most of his contract was guaranteed, and if we dropped him this year, it would have been like $26.5 million dead cap. So they just decided to hang on to him, wait till he got healthy. Nina Allison says, what do you think about what Jenkins said about Howie Roseman pretty much not respecting his worth? That was the only thing that I really didn't like about this offseason was Malcolm Jenkins getting released. I thought it was a really bad move. But I figured, I guess we have to move on. And Jenkins said it really wasn't about the money. He got paid. We put a lot of money into, we gave a defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, a lot of money. 6th highest paid defensive tackle. Could have not even signed him, and because Javon Hargrave, I was a fan of signing him. I really liked it at the time, but the way he's playing is it's really bad. And I would have paid Darius Slay and paid Malcolm Jenkins and call it a day, and just add some good pieces up front. Whether it's these little tiny little depth trades or something. Dan Fleming says, think Dillard might get moved to guard or right tackle next year, or he can't make the transition. Does he get traded? If he, look, the problem is, I don't think he'll get traded or anything like that. He's got no value anyway, but I think He's going to be competing, but the problem is he can't stay on the field. He's always hurt. Like, he can't even, he did a few reps at training camp and he already got hurt. He was out for the year. So, you know, it's just, that's just what happens. It's just what it is. Kevin said if Hurts balls out, we can look at it like Wentz is on the cheap rookie deal and like Hurts has Wentz contract since they're both here on 4-year deals. Exactly. We could probably look at it like that. And Freight 302, Malcolm Jenkins is going to give us a fit, especially with blitzing. Card Monty says Eagles should lose out and trust the process. Super Bowl 50 says they'll think the Eagles going to trade Deshaun. No, I mean, they could just let him go. He's got, I think, one more year on his contract. I would just let him go at this point. I don't know what team is actually going to really want him. I mean, teams will probably want him if he's up on the trade block, but at this point, I would just cut him. If there's a chance to get something for him, then yeah, I think it would be a good thing. Cruz member outside, dude, Jackson has done nothing all year, really the last 2 years. We got him 5 years too late, unfortunately. We got him in his prime. We didn't get him in his prime years, unfortunately. Game say Jamar Chase or Devonta Smith. I don't know. I like Devonta Smith a lot more than Jamar Chase, but that's just me. Just looking at both wide receivers. Grant Shover says he's still on a Bucks. He's still not a Bucks fan. I bleed green. 3-Car Mind says watch Hurts have the game of his life. He could. Alex Hayden said I just want to be entertained. Hopefully Jalen can put on a little show in December. Marquise Graham said I'll say retool positions, not rebuild. Tweak positions, especially the guys over 30. That's definite. VS, the WLRD, don't stop, bro. Does anyone think we're really gonna win? Probably. I mean, I don't think we're gonna win. Crumley, Morera says going to take the 9th out of the 10 last games we played each other. And Freight 302, Malcolm Jenkins is Sean Payton's best friend this week. He knows Swartz scheme in and out. That's definite. Darius Slade, Joey, I have a high tower and Lattimore fight happening tomorrow. Lattimore is good, but he gets burned. He does PIs. Minnie says, Joey, what do you think for editing your vids? Because what do you use for editing your vids? Because I got like 9 videos on my channel, but not that much editing. Well, if your channel is really small right now and you really don't have much, subscribers, or just keep pumping out videos, because obviously if you like go to all my videos from day one, I did not have any editing for a long time. Yeah, I would just be pumping out videos. I wouldn't really go too much on editing right now. But editing wise, I actually don't. I manual do my stuff. I'm building a computer right now. So I don't do any editing. When you see my regular videos, all the pictures that come up and stuff that happens, I actually do it with my mouse. I actually do it myself while I'm talking. But I really don't use it. I don't really use any editing software, but I probably will soon. I would just pump out videos if your channel is still. If you want to use something, use KindMaster. It's a great starter. It's an app. Use it. KindMaster is fantastic. I actually, it's got a few bugs in it, but it works. If you're just starting out, it's actually perfect. Desert Eagle 90 introduced me to that when I first started, and I was like, oh my gosh, once you start using it a lot, you'll get used to it. Mesh Health Review, Grant. Let's see here. I don't care if we lose. I'm excited to watch the Eagles for the first time in a couple of months. Kevin Big said, I have a wild, unexplainable feeling that Hurts is going to shine big tomorrow. I do too. I think Jalen Mills mentioned this week at practice. I think he actually mentioned this week at practice that Jim Schwartz was like cursing out the defense because Jalen, Hurts was throwing a lot of good passes at practice. So I was happy to see that. I mean, bad for the defense, obviously, but let's see. Kevin said, I have let's see. And Freight 302 says Diller's a big baby. Joe Bunn says, hi, what's going on? Marquise Graham, Jenkins, Eagles leader on and off field for the Eagles defense during the time here in Philly. Malcolm was a leader that is hard to replace. We see now. I knew it was going to be hard. I mean, look, I thought Jalen Mills was going to step up. Roddy McLeod was going to step up, but no one's really stepped up. Nicholas, don't expect the Jordan Matthews sign. No, that's definitely not happening. He still doesn't even have a job right now. Alex Hayden, does anyone remember the mic'd up video Carson and Doug past training camp? Doug talking about how they were so excited to go home early and eat a steak. Jason Smoyer says nobody is giving anything for Deshaun. Mr. O2, keep Deshaun. He was doing a good job. 3 cards mine said I'd be happy to get a Happy Meal for Wentz at this point. Jason says Deshaun has had injury issues for the past 5 years. His hamstrings are shot. Nathan Rizzo says Devonta Smith has better NFL upside. Joe Bunce, I think we're going to win. Darius Slay says also if Malcolm Jenkins was there with McLeod and Slay, he was such a good communicator and would help with our formation. Schwartz said literally call plays. Howie is the problem. And, you know, Schwartz is only given what he's given with this. He's only given what he's given. And that's definite. Chris Morrow says, let's see, 3 card mine says Wentz is not a leader. I think he is a leader. I think he is. I think he has the passion, and I think he is I think Wentz is a leader, but he's just not playing like one. Not playing like the leader of the football team. Bobby says Malcolm didn't get anywhere near what he wanted in New Orleans, but the Saints gave him an extra year. He wanted top 5 safety money from Howie, and that's ridiculous for 32 years. I know it's a lot of money for 32 years old. It really is. It's like he wants to go out with a bang with a lot of money on his contract that he'll ever get. Eagles have landed. Devonta Smith is the best wide receiver in the draft period. I pray for the Eagles to take him in the draft. He's a legit playmaker, something our offense don't have many of. I think we still need that number 1 guy. Wide receiver wise, I still think we need that number 1 guy. Because I'm seeing guys like Devontae Adams. I'm just like seeing all these guys that just get open all the time and are just physical when they get the ball in their hands. It's just, I love it. I don't think we have that. But I with Jalen Reagor already here and Greg Ward hopefully re-signed after this year, and I think you legitimately could have something nice if they draft a receiver. If they wanted to do that, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if that's going to be the case with Travis Fulgham and what's going on with him. I don't know what's going to be the case at this point. Bryce Blackwell says, yo, what's going on? Yell, stop blaming Wentz. It's not all his fault. It's definitely not. Definitely not. Dan Fleming, do you think Dillard got too much defense in camp? I think our coaching staff underestimated Malaz's progression. We're trying to give him the job just because of the pick they spent on him. I think that's what I honestly, guys. All right, I'm still kind of sick. I've been sick the past few days, so my nose is very stuffy. The problem is that if we didn't make any changes next year, I guarantee you Dillard would be starting just because he's a first round pick. Just like when Jason Peters came in, Jason Peters was always put in front of somebody like Andre Dillard. Jason Peters got healthy and they benched Jordan Mailata. Nathan Gary was giving up a lot of yards, giving up touchdowns almost. Few games in a row, and they still put him on the field. It's like they have favorites. And, you know, I'm not proud of Jim Schwartz and what he did earlier in the year, too. I mean, and on top of the past few weeks, like, we play the Packers, and he talks about Aaron Rodgers and how good he is for, like, 10 minutes. It was just so annoying. It just gets really annoying. So, Todd Christian, what's going on, man? Alex Hayes says, I want my QB first. Last one, staying late, getting extra reps. Not excited to go home early during a short off season. And Free 302 says, well, dang, Hill is going to have a field day. Them RD was looking like that in practice. Game Station says we will lose Sanders next year. Can't play him, and he will leave. He put no 5th-year option on his deal. Oh, he's still got another 2 years. So I mean, I'm not worried. Marquise Graham says no. Malcolm Jenkins just wants some type of offer organization by how he didn't want to offer him, which is the problem. That does defend Jenkins, saying he wasn't getting respect. Free 302. If leadership Malcolm brought almost impossible to replace. Dennis Barton says I hope Doug gets fired after. Case source, I think it's obvious that no idea when a player is done, when the franchise needs to move on from them. Patriots are really good at that aspect. I agree with you. Crush hate how we get, and then we get rid of linebackers. I mean, we got rid of Nigel Brown. I mean, Jatavis Brown retired, which I think really was horrible because I was like, damn, I hope he wasn't going to be something because that would have kind of ticked me off a little bit, but it is what it is with that, obviously. Marquise Graham said, unlike the old ass Peters and Jeffrey, Malcolm Jenkins was available. He was Iron Man on the Eagles roster. That one countable. The number one thing any athlete needs to do is be available. And that guy was available for a long time. Jason Smoyer says, I think everyone has underestimated Jordan Mailata. This guy has only been playing for like 3 years. Yeah, and, they had him on like that fake IR at the end of the year. I know they had him on like the fake IR list because they didn't want him obviously getting steal from the practice squad if they put him there. But, I mean, for 6'8", 350 pounds, you can't go wrong. I mean, the guy is fantastic. I mean, he's got natural size, natural strength from playing rugby. With his hands are very, very violent, and he's very violent on the field. You see some behind the scenes, like after the play clips. I mean, he just drives guys, pushes guys over, runs other guys into. He could run one guy into two other guys, and take out a whole side. I mean, it's pretty amazing what Jordan Mailata could do. Theodore Nicholas says trade Howie and Doug for a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. Sounds good. Anfrey 302, best ability is availability. Denise Barton says in the draft I would be fine with a linebacker or wide receiver. Jaden Moore says Nate Gary is poop. Bobby Murphy says Malcolm was still under contract. What do you mean no offer? He asked for his release. Marquise Graham says Eagles came at you. Yeah, because Malcolm I think still had another year left on his contract. Marcus Graham, Eagles came at Jenkins, but the same that Jenkins should have said about Jeffrey and Peters. They shouldn't be here because they're done. Jaden Smart says, Joey, do any of our linebackers start for any other team? Probably not. Maybe Singleton. Maybe him. I think he'd be good. He'd be a nice product guy with a defense. Obviously, he would have to have some good pieces around him, but I think Singleton's going to be something real nice for us. I really do. Theodore Nicholas, we need a QB guru to fix Carson, but not a buddy to hug and coddle. That is true. Oh man, we have to get him out of here. We got to get him out of here. Press Taylor's got to. Theodore Nicholas says need a QB guru to fix. Let's see. Sam Fleming, your mic is cutting out, Joey. Oh no, it's because if I have the mic set to a certain thing where I have to talk right into it. See, if I don't talk into it like this, then you won't. If I turn my head like hear it too much, so. That's why. Denise says Alex Singleton has been good. I agree. Jersey Boy says, what's up, bro? Let's see what we got with Hurts the rest of the season. Do you think they stay with him or bring Carson back? If he plays well this game, he'll be back. If he plays this game, Jalen Hurts will stay as a starter. And if he doesn't, a change could be made. But it's going to be dumb. Like, Carson's had enough chances this year. I mean, Jalen Hurts is not going to play as bad as Carson Wentz. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight right now. You know it's not going to happen. I don't care if it's against number 1 defense, number 2 defense, I don't care what defense it's against. Jalen Hurts is going to play better than Carson Wentz in this game by a mile the whole year. He played better last game, and he threw a touchdown 4th and 18. I mean, you know what? It's just going to be better. I'll be very surprised if he plays as bad as Carson Wentz. I'll be very surprised. Kevin says Schwartz is too stubborn. If he can learn to adjust what offense are presenting opposed to running his scheme, we'd be fine. Same thing as Doug. That's the same thing. The same thing I think of Doug Peterson in this offense. He's just running his offense. Jim is just running his defense. That's all it is. That's all it is. The pain in the butt. Sorry, I almost choked up. Jesus. Mailata is our future left tackle. I really hope so. Theodore Nicholas says, Mount Mailata. I like it. Sam Fleming said, if we get some depth at LT, we need to bring Mailata in as a fullback in short yard situations. I actually do like that a lot. And you know what? Prince Wanabo is another guy I want to look at too. We drafted from Auburn as well as Jack Driscoll. I think Jack Driscoll will actually be a future tackle, or he could be a center for us as well. I do like Prince Wanabo. I think his size is fantastic. I just think, obviously he needs to get coached up a little bit more. This offseason was probably the worst for a rookie. Was worse for rookies this year, just because there was barely any grass time, no preseason games, no rookie minicamp in July. So it's been kind of crazy, some of these guys. James says, yes, finally seems that we may have gotten a real steal on Mulata. Marcus Graham says, like I said, I would easily pay Jenkins and let him lead Kevon Wallace and teach him everything he knows besides leadership. Super Bowl 50 says, I wish we still had LaShawn McCoy. He was a beast. Yeah, but nah. Marquise Graham says maybe Taylor and Bradley would start on another team. I don't think. Maybe I believe they would start on another. Oh, you know what? You never know. You never know. But Davion Taylor was never given the chance. Nathan Gary has been given chance after chance, even giving up huge touchdowns, giving up coverage. He's been given chances every week. Theodore Nichols says LB coach got to go. I think that's what's his name? I forgot his name, actually. Oh, Kevin Fajol. That's his name, Kevin Fajol. Dean Spartan said, we did have some good luck in the second round. Seems like we're getting some a little bit. Darius Slade, Joey, don't you fear for Jalen? I hope a line holds, and well, at least Peters won't be. Is he seriously dementia, needs to retire, nursing home after surgery? You know, we've had a lot of line changes this year. And it is what it is. Like, Jalen, is it a good sit? He's a second round pick, dude. You know, the guy's got to play and show us what he's got. Because I'm telling you right now, all right, so here's the thing, because you can ask that question and be totally fine with it. And the thing is, okay, Carson Wentz starts the rest of the year. Then when this offseason comes, what are you going to say? Oh, Jalen Hurts won't be your starting quarterback because he hasn't played any games, because he's got no experience on the field yet. So that's the question you're going to be asking. Like, well, you know, you're going to say, well, Jalen Hurts, he hasn't got any time on the field. Well, now he's going to get time, and he's going to play better than Carson regardless. So it is what it is. I don't fear for Jalen. Jalen, let me tell you something. Jalen is tough. You know, Nick Saban had a lot to say about Jalen Hurts a couple of days ago. But he actually kind of targeted the Eagles too, and was like, you know, he probably should have started. You know, guy works hard, and you know, he's got a lot of heart towards the game. And even with this offensive line, I mean, Jalen was, the offensive line broke down, but Jalen had time to throw the ball. I mean, Jalen can move in and out of the pocket. The guy knows how to go through the pocket. The guy is smooth on his feet. The only issue that we don't know yet is consistent throws. I mean, that's pretty much it. Can he throw to a tight window? I mean, the problem with him is that, you know, in Alabama going to Oklahoma, he always looks for that wide open receiver. He doesn't really throw in small windows. He's not used to throwing in small windows. So hopefully, you know, this does happen, and, you know, he shows that he's improved. And obviously, the more he plays, the better he's going to be. You can't just put Carson in the rest of the season and put Jalen Hurts in for one play. Then he goes back to the bench. I mean, what is that? At this point? I mean, it makes no sense to me at all. It really doesn't. Like, I don't get that. I don't get the whole. I really don't get that whatsoever. I don't. So, yeah, there's 77 people in the chat, guys. You guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Eagles news, Eagles content all year round. If you guys have not, if you guys haven't hit that like button either, hit the like button. When you hit the like button, you're supporting the channel, and it goes a long way. Trust me. This channel just hit over 10,000 subscribers a week and a half ago, I would say, and we're already over another 100 subscribers. So it's been crazy, and I appreciate everybody supporting and doing their thing in here. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Appreciate everybody being here today. Much appreciated. If you guys haven't checked out, obviously I have the merch. Just came out with merch as well at Teespring. Check the description below for the store. I've already sold a few t-shirts and a sweatshirt so far. I'm actually surprised I've been selling merch because I didn't think it'd really go anywhere. But I'm actually buying some samples for myself. I'm going to do some giveaways after Christmas for some people, obviously. So it should be exciting. I'm sorry. I'm not. I haven't felt good the past few days. I haven't been feeling too great. So. Oh, yes, you may have gotten. Let's see. Jaden Smore says, "Yes, finally seems like we may have gotten a real steal with Mulata." I think we really could have. I think we really can have a steal with him. Marcus Graham says, like I said, I would finally easily pay Jenkins, let him lead Kevon Wallace, and teach him everything he knows besides leadership. Why doesn't the Eagles just throw in Kevon Wallace? I mean, look, when they do the 3 safety sets, I know they put in Kevon Wallace, but just throw him in at this point. I mean, what's the point right now? This defense is not going to play good against the Saints at all. They're not going to play good whatsoever. I already know it. I just putting Kevon Wallace starting safety, see what he's got. I mean, I can't stand it. Him or Rudy Ford or something like that. It's just a guy's going to get some of these chances. I mean, at this point, it's like, come on now. No? Tired of it. I just get really tired of it. Super Bowl 50 said, I wish we still had LaShawn McCoy. Sam says Singleton's going to be a good piece to build around moving forward. And intuition to be successful. And let me tell you something. I like Sean Bradley from Temple. I like Davion Taylor from Colorado. I like both of those guys. I really do. But not given opportunity, just favorites. Then with Jim. Doug Peterson. And now we're paying for it. Hurt bastard. Possible. Play as bad as Wentz. I don't care who it is. Me neither. Chris says they did throw Jalen to the Wolves this game because Saints. Sports Talker, let's go Birds says what's good, Mr. Man. Joey Shakes, what's good, chat? Appreciate Sports Talker, let's go Birds. Joe Velasquez, I have a good feeling Jalen Hurts tomorrow. I do too. And necessarily when you say I have a good feeling about Jalen Hurts, it doesn't mean that we're going to win the game, but I have a good feeling that he's just going to play better, obviously, and have a pretty good day. We'll see what happens. I think Hurts could cater better to Doug's play calling than Wentz can. I mean, that's just the truth. I think that's just what it is. Marcus Graham, yeah, especially not having preseason games this year. Jason Sports, I'm very worried about our old line. We need a lot of work because done and what happened for retirement. I don't know if Kelsey's going to retire. I mean, he's got one more year in this contract. Doesn't really matter, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're going to move somebody to that position. Could be. I would like to have Jack Driscoll as a tackle. I mean, that's just me. They could trade for a center. A starting center in the league. I mean, they could. You never know at this point. But of course, let's go. I have a good feeling. I think Hurts can pull an upset. Dan Fleming III from a lot of carrying the ball as a fullback might be nasty. If he can keep the ball secure, it might prove very difficult to bring him down. Of course, let's go. Bird says, yeah, we do always have luck with second rounders. Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, and more. Kevin Bacon says, how to focus on stuff like good character. We need men in the building. Yes, the regression is unheard of. Marquise Graham, I would get a wide receiver in the first round. Devon Smith, linebacker second. Parsons can be off the board. Dylan Moses Johnson second round because I'll take him in the second round. Jeff Murphy, funny how he goes to IR. Doug thinking of changing his play calling to suit Hurts. The same adjustment Wentz needed. Good timing. I know. He should have benched Wentz after the fifth game. Fourth or fifth game, he should have been benched. Theoretically, he should have been benched after that game. I'm not saying, and I didn't even say for the whole entire year, okay? I didn't say for the whole year. I said for a game, and that was early in the season. Okay, now it's like Carson's got to stay off the field. Period. Of course, I'll always go Birds. His arm strength must improve. I him and Matt powering it. John Dupree, what's going on, man? Jersey boy said thoughts on young wide receivers. Quez Watkins, Will Fulgham. Doing much. Well, they're not benching him this week. Alshon's playing. Going to take away from Travis Fulgham and John Hightower. Not every play, but most of the plays. I like Greg Ward. I do like Greg Ward. And the thing is, Greg Ward's not even really fast. Like, I don't think, like, that's why I wanted Greg Ward off punt returns. It took us 12 weeks to get Jalen Reagor on punt returns. You know, at least somebody else than Greg Ward. Greg Ward is just like, what is this guy doing? I was very confused on that. I really don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I really don't. I like Greg Ward. I hope he does resign with the team. He's not going to get some big cut. He's not going to get a mid. He might not even get a mid-tier contract. Give him another 2-year deal and call it a day. Crazy, nothing that's nuts. But Greg Ward is very nice in the slot. I mean, could we get someone better? Definitely. If he signs for really cheap, you could add another wide receiver through the draft or ever. We have a super chat from Jake Hills. Says, crazy how Carson fanatics want Jalen to fail. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know, I really don't get it with some of these guys. I don't. Just because I support the logo and that's it. Like, you know, I used to be emotionally attached to a lot of players and still am at some point with certain people, like Malcolm Jenkins and certain guys like that. But at a point in time, it's just like, well, you know, what else could I do? You know what I mean? Like, I can't, you know, Carson, like, look, I think Doug's a great guy. I think Carson's a great person. I have no problem with their character. And there's some football players out there that have real horrible character in real life and don't care. And, like, they do dumb things when they're not playing football and off the field issues. And, you know, we don't have that here. But when it comes to on the field, it's not working out. Yeah, not working out. And, you know, I'm sick of like the teaming up on which side are you on of the Eagles, the Jalen Hurts side or the Carson Wentz side. It just gets really annoying. Like, I'm not on any side. I'm on the side of winning. I'm on the side of winning another championship. That's the side I'm on. Okay, that's the truth of it all. But yeah, I'm Jake Kills. Thank you for bringing it up, bro. Much appreciated. As far as I mean, that is the most reasonable explanation. But different injury, and like I said, the fact that guys leave and ball prove our coach staff is trash. Yeah, it proves our coaching is really bad. Our coaching is really bad. Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, L.J. Fort, Stephen Wisniewski went to the Chiefs and won a Super Bowl, starting left or right guard. Dave, Enterprises, I like your name. Made me laugh. Keith Wentz is a backup for 2021, then trade him for Broncos. And we're going to find out real soon who the problem is, and we're creative offense. Hurts running it. We'll see what happens. And yes, the O-line is trash and defense is trash. Teaming of Paris Ford. Free safety. Marcus Graham, Ford, Walls, Bradley, and feel like they treat on to impacted play. Good. Hey, you know what's crazy? Rasul Douglas, like they've been putting him man to man right up on the receiver. I'm talking right in his face. He gets and Rasul gets physical off the line and slows the receiver down, ruins the route, and does a really good job there. He says Greg Ward is okay. Anything more than I mean, no. I mean, I don't think he's going to be anything more than what he is. No. I think he definitely improves every year. I mean, he's turned out to be when this offense looks normal and we're actually doing things like a normal offense does and, you know, keeps guys in games or keeps guys on the field that deserve to play and not just, you know, take guys off the field because these other veterans need to get in because they're veterans. You know, they actually look good. And Greg Ward is one of those guys that, you know, he was a fan favorite last year in 2019. He was a guy that pretty much, hey, he got that touchdown, that Redskins game in the end zone, you know, over Josh Norman. And, you know, he's been, he was a surprise. We cut him, and we've cut Greg Ward, 2 or 3 times off this roster. It makes me sick sometimes how this, just how this front office works. Sports Talk with Let's Go Bird says Greg Ward is nice in the slot. He's good for now. Jason probably put a hit out if we expose that these kinds of concussions exist. Check Megatron's interview out. He exposes it all. In fact, part of the reason he retired. Sam Fleming, it comes down to it, and neither Carson or Hurts will throw using too many big words. I'm going anticipatory throws. You need to start running more wide routes. Let them find soft spots and coverage in the pocket. Sports Talk, let's go Birds. Yeah, no matter who is under center for this team, you cheer them on. What I'm saying, Jay Sport says, didn't see Megatron interview, but I think players are going to go after him no matter what. Jeff Burgess said, how he still makes our meaningless. Kevin says, facts, bro. I'm in total nonsense. James Moore says, Mike is not doing you any favor. What's going on by Mike? Is it that bad? It's probably because I'm turning. You hear me now? Loud and clear? Are we good? Press 1 if you hear me loud and clear for good. Let me know. Press 1 if you think I'm loud and clear. Marquise Graham, Eagles now signing opposing teams practice squad guys after releasing guys that we drafted at those positions. That's what's wrong with the Eagles. They don't know how to keep their own draft picks. Yeah, when I turn, yeah. When I turn, that's all. I might change how my mic is on here anyway. Soon. So. Marcus, Eagles are signing opposing teams practice squad players after releasing guys that we drafted in those positions. That's what's wrong with the Eagles. They don't know how to keep their own draft picks. That's definite. Super Bowl 50, start Carson as a wide receiver. Oh, God. Ford Talker, let's go Birds. Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, LJ Ford, Stephen Wisniewski, D-Jax, Carson, Miles Sanders. We're all wasting these guys' talent. I agree. Marquise Graham says all Eagles do is add old guys from opposing teams instead of giving draft picks enough. Chance to show their worth. Wallace and Taylor Bradley is another Sidney and Rasul. They won't get playtime. I agree. And you know what? When it comes down to trades and everything like that, Howie Roseman does not give up anything higher than a 4th round pick. You understand? Like Howie Roseman likes trading 4th to 7th rounders. And that's just always, you don't see him trading 2nd round pick. You don't see him trading a 1st. I'm not even saying they have to do that, but even getting like, you know what? When DeAndre Hopkins was going to get traded, I said, man, the Eagles better jump on this. And then when you see like what they traded him for, and then you sit back and you're like, how do they let? In my opinion, I think he's fantastic. D-Hop is like my favorite. Okay, D-Hop is my favorite. It's just insane. You skip on guys. Even like Jalen Ramsey, or, I wasn't really big on the Jalen Ramsey train too much, but I said, let's see what happens. But they gave up like a first and I think it was a first and a second, I think, or something like that. I think that was it. Kevin says, first of all, safe to say how he's drafting is so bad since the talent leaves Philly and finds elsewhere. I think in 50 picks, I don't know. I think he's only drafted 2 Pro Bowlers, Carson Wentz and Trent Cole. Fletcher Cox? Was Fletcher Cox drafted by Howie Roseman? 3 Pro Bowlers in 50 picks? 2 Pro Bowlers in 50 picks? Because before Howie Roseman, we drafted 14 Pro Bowlers in 18 years. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's nuts. All Eagles do is add old guys from opposing teams instead of giving draft picks enough chances to show the worth And Taylor Brad. Yep. I agree. Eagles Nation, what's going on, man? Sam Fleming says, is it your turn? Jeff Murphy, if Hurts shows great chemistry and production with Rager and Fulgham, our fan base will. Well, I think he already did just by that pass he gave Rager downfield. You know, Rager. So what Aaron Moorhead. So if you guys want to ask the question of why Rager is not playing too well, well, Aaron Moorhead had his press conference a few days ago, and he pretty much said that from the 2 injuries that Jalen Rager had, it's been a really tough year for him because he's been trying to get better from these injuries, but he's not really 100%. So obviously, when he got that punt return touchdown after Jalen Hurts pretty much put that spark in this offense, it really transferred throughout the whole team. It's amazing what a spark does, especially when Jalen Hurts throws a touchdown. It really puts the morale of your team up, and it's where it counts. You know what I mean? So very, very happy with that. The John Mackey 23, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Eagles Nation, do you think the Eagles should keep Wentz or no? I honestly don't know. I have to see. I gotta see these few games from Hurts. I just need to see. I really don't know what direction they should go. To me, I don't know. I mean, this could just be a bad year for Wentz. I mean, I'm very conflicted with it because I know Wentz could play very well, but at the same time, I know that I just feel like he's just gone. I feel like Carson Wentz is gone. I feel like we've lost him and his. I think it's already done. I don't think Carson Wentz is ever going to start for this team again, just because they've already benched him already. Because once you do this, it's really hard to kind of fix the relationship between the front office and the quarterback when that happens. And unfortunately, that's just what happens, unfortunately. And I don't like to see that. Oh, my chat's not popping up. I don't like to see that, but it is what it is. It's just not great. And you guys say, hey, Carson Wentz can go to another team right now and play well. You know what? He could. And if he does, then he does, guys. It's if he's here, he's not going to play well. If he's somewhere else, he probably will play well. It's just something we have to accept. It's once you break that trust between quarterback and front office and head coach, that's it. Like, it's over. It's done. Like, I think they already kind of buried Carson just by doing this. And, he deserved it because how many more weeks? I mean, you cut him too late in the season. I mean, after the 4th or 5th game, you should have just gave Hurts a chance. I mean, at this point, I don't even know. But it's just bad. Carson Wentz. I said I made a video after the first game of the season. I said, you know what? I said, there's something wrong with Doug, and there's something wrong with Carson. I said, Carson does not look like him. He looks like he lost his mobility. He looks like he doesn't even have it anymore. Okay? There are like little glimpses throughout games where I'm like, wow, that looks so easy from Carson. He'd move through the pocket, throw a nice pass. I mean, just made it look so easy. But, Nitro Freak, shout out to Nitro Freak, said, the Carson Wentz era is done. Like, after doing this, it's done. Doug is just keep making it seem like there's hope. I mean, if Jalen comes in and plays like Carson did, if Jalen plays better than Carson and Carson gets on the field next week, yeah, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be really mad. But Carson Wentz, I don't know. At this rate, guys, like, at this rate, I don't think the Eagles could fix Carson. I think, honestly, Carson could go to another team, and I think another coaching staff with a normal, non-dysfunctional front office could actually do good with him, because this is not good. I mean, this is not good. Okay. I wanted Carson to get benched by week 5 or 6, at least 4 or 5. Week 4 or 5 of the season. I couldn't take it anymore. I think after that Bengals loss, I was like, please bench him. I didn't want to say it on camera, but I just want to see maybe. I'm just tired of the false hope. I'm just tired of waiting and it is what it is. And no, Carson might go to another team and actually play well. It's gonna happen. It might happen, guys, and just be prepared for that to happen. And then it's like, oh well, we should have just kept him. You know, it is what it is. That the tie with the Bengals was like the only thing that really, I think after that game, I was like, my breaking point was gone at this point. Edward Chamberlain says, you scared of Saints. No, you guys are going to beat us, bro. Like, I could care less. I have a life, bro. Like, the last thing I need to worry about is the Eagles losing against the fucking Saints. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Don't matter to me. Don't. Like, they're probably going to lose. Don't care. Because after that game, I go on with my life the rest of the day. I don't care. Okay? I cover this team. I do what I have to do. And, you know, I support this team, but don't care. Don't care because they're going to lose this game. And if they do, and if they win, you know, if the Eagles pull off a win, then, hey, I'll be happy as happy can be. But don't matter to me. And a lot of people want to lose. Eagles Nation said we need this loss. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to lose. It's like, what's the point? Giants are up by what, 2 games right now? I mean, whatever it is. I mean, they got the Browns Sunday night. That you know, the Giants got flex for Sunday night because obviously it's a more important game for the Giants. Obviously, I mean, I'm surprised we're even on TV, and I think we're only on TV, especially in New York because I live in New York. I think we're on TV just because the Saints are good, so they're definitely on TV just because of that. You know, it is what it is. So, whatever they do after this season, look, like, Comment Star said, do you think there's something going on? The players and coaches were acting like weird all year if you look back at the press conference. I don't know what was going on. I thought they felt pretty comfortable. I mean, to be honest with you, the truth was I thought we were going to be a 10 to 12 win team this year at least. I said at least a 10 win team this year. At least at this point. But obviously it didn't happen. Obviously didn't happen. You know? And that's just how it is. I don't want to be negative about it, but, you know, it didn't turn. If you tell me right now that Carson Wentz is going to get benched this year in the offseason, I wouldn't even believe you for a second. And that's what happens. You would think it would never happen, but this really just changed everything. This benching of Carson Wentz just changed everything. It really did. And just be prepared if Carson gets traded. You know, Carson could get traded. We could make a lot of changes with this coaching staff and be perfectly fine and go in a really good direction. You know what I mean? We could be going in a really, really, really good direction. Okay? But issue is we need to get it done. And if Carson gets traded, it is what it is. If he plays well somewhere, it is what it is. Like, it could happen. So get prepared for it. Don't be surprised if he leaves and plays well somewhere else. He can't stay here. You know, he can't. If they decide to trade him, he can't stay here. He just can't because it's because there's too much that goes into it. Like, he's had a backup quarterback win a Super Bowl over him. He's been hurt too many times here, missing so much time. You know, they drafted a quarterback, and there's too many bad things. There's a statue in the front of the link. There's too much things here. Like, he needs a whole different. He just needs he needs a whole different background. He needs a whole different background, a whole different team. He just needs he just needs something that's gonna be fresh, brand new, and nothing that's gonna be as a remembrance of, like, he was the guy that couldn't win the Super Bowl. He was the guy that couldn't finish out the season. He was, you know what I mean? And Eagles Nation, I don't know if they can help him. I don't know at this point they can't help him. As of right now, he could be all of them in the front office with Jeffrey Lurie. They could be saying right now that they're done with Carson Wentz right now. They could be saying that they're done with him right now. No, but he's dressed, Joe. He's dressing for games. Yeah, he's dressing for games. They're not going to play him, but he's dressing for games. They're not going to not dress him. It makes no sense to me because why wasn't Nate Sudfeld? And the problem is, like, Nate Sudfeld was our backup quarterback for the Super Bowl. And this guy was never in the starting lineup ever again. This guy was never a backup quarterback ever again after that. I don't even think. Okay. I think, what, an 18? Yeah, not even an 18 because obviously Carson tried to play, had the spine injury. You know, Nick came in and then Magic came again and then Sudfeld backed him up. So, no, honestly, guys, the Eagles have a huge chance. The Eagles have a huge chance to get draft pick for Carson Wentz. They get a first-round pick easy for Carson Wentz. A first-round pick. And don't tell me, and I know you're saying, like, oh, there's no way. Nah, if there is a team out there that wants to trade for him, obviously if a team is trading for Carson Wentz, they think that he's going to be a star. Okay, they think that he's going to really help that organization out by a milestone. And if that's the case, you're giving up a first-round pick for a guy. The Eagles are taking nothing less for Carson Wentz. Okay, you say you trade him, you have a first-round pick for this year already, a top 5 pick this year, depending on how is it going right now at the season. But obviously, I don't really have us winning the rest of our games. So just say we lose out the rest of our games. We have a top 5 pick. You trade Carson Wentz for another first-round pick. Okay. Then you trade Zach Ertz for, you trade him for a second or third. I don't think a first is coming from him. And there'll be some interest for Zach Ertz. That's definite. I mean, look at Jalen Hurts. He passed the Zach Ertz last game wide open. I mean, I haven't seen that from Zach Ertz being wide open on the field. And you know why? Because the guy, Jalen Hurts, he just knows how to move around the pocket. And he could still stand without getting hit. I mean, he could still move around and throw the football. I haven't seen that from Zach Ertz all year. Zach Ertz has been on tight coverage. Carson Wentz has been force throwing into windows, force feeding him the ball, especially early in this. I mean, it was just a mess at this point. Just total mess. Okay? I don't care if you get a 7th-round pick for Alshon Jeffrey. So put all that together, and the Eagles are looking good draft-wise. Like, they can actually do some good things depending on if some of these picks are for this year and next year or just for this year. It all depends. The Eagles could probably get 2 first-round picks this year if they actually trade. I think they could actually get 2 first-rounders, the first rounder they have from the season, obviously. And then just having a Carson Wentz trade. We're like, oh, no, they ain't going to get it. Let me tell you something. They will get a first-round pick for Carson Wentz. It will happen. It will happen. It will. So, when teams get desperate for a quarterback, they will trade. And then, I think with all that combined, I think you have something there. You have some good draft compensation. But the thing is, Howie Roseman either needs to go before these draft picks lay in his hand, or he needs to see the rumors of, obviously, hopefully from the rumors that we've seen already, he needs to at least, he needs to just drop, okay? He needs to just drop his power and get back in the closet, work on the cap, and that's it. And other than that, bring in a team evaluator. That's it. Don't be surprised. Cameron, don't be surprised who wants to trade for Carson Wentz. It could happen. Look what happened between Sam Bradford getting trade. Look at the Sam Bradford thing. Look at the Sam Bradford trade to the Vikings a few years ago. Like, what has Sam Bradford done? He doesn't do it. He's been hurt all the time. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? And when Teddy Bridgewater went down for the Vikings a few years back, They literally spent a first-round pick on Sam Bradford. We traded Sam Bradford and got a first-round pick. I mean, teams get desperate, bro. Like, teams get desperate. They don't care. Okay, Howie's not the only dumb GM around. Trust me, there'll be another guy that's gonna say, "And look, and you're gonna want compensation for Carson Wentz. You're gonna want Carson Wentz. You're gonna want good compensation, even though he hasn't been playing up to par. But if another team, you got to play the other card. You got to say, well, if you think this guy is gonna put you to a Super Bowl, or you think he's gonna put your team over the top, we want some compensation for it, as much as you think this man is worth." Telling you, everyone says that now. Watch, because everyone says that now that Carson can't get traded. It could happen. Could happen. That trade happened before the draft. That was before. I remember it was before because we ended up getting the 14th overall pick. And the thing is, I think we flipped. I forgot what we flipped. We flipped like a coin for the I think it was a pick behind or a pick in front. But that's only if this is actually going to happen. You know, there's nothing promising. Nothing promising about that. Down the road, you never know what could happen. I mean, if you have a team that's going to, and look, and the problem is too, is that to get a first round pick is going to be hard, I think, a little bit, because when we traded Sam Bradford, he didn't cost anything, period. He didn't cost nothing. His contract was nothing. When we signed Wentz, yeah, getting 20-something a year, over $100 million guaranteed. You know, that's the problem. That's the problem that we're going to have, is he's so expensive. You know what I mean? So expensive. So either a deal is going to have to get made. Like, look, give us a couple mid-round picks. Give us a second and a fourth. Take most of Carson's salary. Pay off most of Carson's salary. It'll get us off the books with Carson. Not 100%, but, hey, if they could get us off the books with Carson 100%, then that's great. But that's only but a deal is going to get made to where the Eagles are going to say, look, we don't need a first-round pick. Give us like a second and a fourth. You know, give us a second and a fourth, or like, 2 seconds or something like that this year and next year. And, you know what I mean? And take away Carson's, get us off the books for Carson's salary. You know what I mean? They could do that with it. You know what I mean? It's got to agree on both sides. Joe says, why does Eagles coach pass? I don't think Jeff Stalin is the best offensive line coach in football. What are you talking about? He's the best offensive line coach in football. He's the best. He's the best. And why? Because it's his fault that they're getting hurt? No. Is it his fault that our first round pick can't stay on his feet? No. Is it his fault that they're benching Jordan Mailata for Jason Peters? No. I mean, like, how much blame can you put in an O-line coach? He coaches them up throughout the week, and that's it. What else is he supposed to do? Makes no sense to blame anything on Jeff Stalin. He just coaches them. That's all he does. That's all he does. Ian Philly say, we get embarrassed, blow out. I think we Doug is going to get fired. I don't even know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's really even going to happen at all. We'll see, but I don't know. Jane says O-line coach needs to take the fall for this. Yeah, don't blame it on him. Kevin says, I agree. Stalin and Deuce are the best coaches. I agree 100%. Young Money says, Max Cameron don't know what he's talking about. Stop listening to him. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't watch Undisputed. I don't watch First Take. Do you watch that? I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch any of that stuff. So whatever I said that sounded like what was on TV, hey, I guess we think the same, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch any of that stuff. I think none of that. Target says that ex-Eagles O-line broke down the film and he showed How about O-line plays, finish play? Yeah, and what was our offensive line? And who did we face that week? And how many games did we lose prior to this bad offensive line play? Can't blame the O-line coach for that. Oh, Brian Baldinger? Oh, him? Yeah, well, I mean, I do like his videos. He puts down some good stuff. Yeah, they've had bad games. I mean, they've had bad games. Period. I mean, it doesn't mean it's reflecting off of the O-line coach. They literally, like, where is their stability at the offensive line when you're changing the offensive line 13 times a year? So, I mean, Jason Peters been playing bad. I mean, Jack Driscoll just came in and he played bad last game because he hasn't been in since week 1 of the season as a starter. You know, we lost Kelsey for half a game, and Jerigo, whatever his name is, he couldn't hold up. Jordan Mailata, when he first started, he was getting handled a little bit, but you know, and then he progressively got better game by game. How do you think Big V? How do you think Big V did? Big V's hurt right now. Big V's on IR right now at the Lions. He got paid $5 million. He got paid $10 million a year. He got paid a $50 million contract by the Detroit Lions. Well deserved. Well deserved. And he's on IR. He's out for the year. So it's not just he's DJ Addy, I really hope JP retires, bro. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. 92 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. If you guys haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, you really do support this channel. It goes a long way. Do appreciate this channel. Just hit over 10,000 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button for Eagles news all year round. We're just talking about the Saints-Eagles matchup. Probably a loss, most likely. But we're hoping that there is some praise and something coming from Jalen Hurts against the number 1 ranked defense. A defense that hasn't seen a dual threat quarterback this year. So this is the first time where they know they have to prepare for Jalen Hurts. But can they do it? We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, iDrip says, honestly, should bench a couple more players with Carson. Definitely. Definite. And I'm glad Nate Gary hasn't played after he had that little Achilles injury. It wasn't Achilles, like, torn Achilles. It was like a little Achilles sore or whatever he had. And he's been out ever since. And thank God. You know, I don't think Alex Singleton's I think Alex Singleton's a tackler. I think as they put put a linebacker next to him that is all over the field as well, that with some good coverage, I think they could do some good things. But the problem is, I don't think Alex Singleton's pass coverage is fantastic. I think some games were good, some games were iffy. Okay. Alex Singleton has actually been a nice gem. Some linebackers just can't do everything. Some linebackers can do everything but pass coverage. It is what it is. We got Philly, the podcast. What's up, bro? He said, I think Jalen Hurts is going to shock the world tomorrow. I hope so. He looked a lot better with Jalen Hurts. I mean, obviously Aaron, like I said this earlier, but for the new people are in the chat, Aaron Moore had a few days ago pretty much said, hey, well, Jalen Reagor, with these 2 injuries that he has had, it's been a little stressful. It's been taking him back a little bit this year. So not playing 100% in games, almost there, but those 2 injuries, messed up a little bit what was going on with him. So, but when I see Jalen Hurts throw a pass, he's doing a go route, Jalen Reagor's doing a go route on the sideline going upfield, and he throws literally a perfect bomb to Reagor. Catches it perfectly. It's just like, I was happy with it. I mean, Carson can't make that throw. He can't make that throw. I think it's totally impossible. I really think it's impossible. And there's people that hate me out there right now, till this day, that Still hate me. I've had people unsubscribe from me because I don't like it. They think I attack Carson because I don't like him personally. Something. I don't know what it is. I want to win a damn championship. That's all I care about. No, that's all I care about at this point. I can't stand when people sit there and he says, so we all board the Hurts train now. What do you think? I'm not on the Hurts train right now. I wanted Carson benched. It doesn't mean I favored Hurts over him. It doesn't mean anything. I just wanted Carson benched. I just wanted him benched so it was done. I don't care if Jalen Hurts plays good. I don't care if Jalen Hurts plays bad. All I wanted was this guy, Carson Wentz, to be reprimanded for his mistakes, not patted on the back. Okay? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay? It's like, now I'm on the hurt. Whoever's our quarterback Sunday, I'm going to support. If Carson Wentz was our quarterback Sunday, I would support him too. It wouldn't matter who was on the field. Okay? But as the game progresses and the more mistakes they do make, yeah, I get mad. And obviously everyone else does too. That's how it goes. That's how it happens. Okay? It's like, now because Rod Sarin says, yeah, we should have been benched week 5. I just said that earlier. I said he should have been benched at least week 4 or 5. At least. I mean, it's too late now. Let the Giants remember 2020 as their division win. I don't even care. I don't like this year at all. Can't wait till 2021. Can't wait. Can't wait for the new year. Okay. At this point, I don't know. But I can't stand fans that do that. I just can't stand it. I can't stand when fans are like, "Oh, now you're gonna cheer for Jalen." Who watches an Eagles game and wants them to lose? I mean, for the people that do that, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who does that? Like, honestly, like, look, there are people out there like, hey, I'd rather tank. You know, super chat from Kevin Bacon says, that just scared the crap out of me. Kevin Bacon says, nah, I respect you, Shakes. You call a shade a spade. If a guy ain't it, he ain't it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, if Carson was in this week, I'd root for him. But am I happy about it? No, but I'm going to root for the guy. Like, I'm not that, I don't know. I don't know how some of you fans could, I don't know how some of you guys could just, I don't know. with these quarterbacks. I don't get it. I really don't. DJ says, sorry, I didn't mean to accuse. Rooting for Hurts now. I'm with you. Playing out. Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying accused. No one's. I'm not saying you're accusing me, but it's just like, it's like if Hurts is gonna start, am I not allowed to support him? Like, why? Because I'm supporting Hurts, it means that, you know, I'm not caring about Carson? No, I don't. I don't care because he's not starting. Because he's not starting for a reason. I don't care until he gets back into the lineup. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to care what he does. Honestly, it's not going to matter at all. Period. It's not going to matter. Okay. Like, I'm not best. Like, some people act like, and those people, those you know, those green tea, you know, sandal. Soft people that are like, Carson Wentz is my quarterback and I don't care what anyone says about him. It's just like, so you must not be like an actual, I guess, fan. I guess you're not like a real, you know, there are diehard fans, especially on Twitter. Like, there are diehard fans out there, but they act like Carson Wentz is my quarterback, and that's it. And it's just like, yeah, but he sucks. but he sucks. Like, and that's where emotional attachment comes in, and it's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing Carson's face every time he screws up. I'm tired of seeing Carson go to the sideline. Doug Pearson taps him on the shoulder. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Like, and given all, when Jalen Hurts messes up, trust me, it's going to be like, put Carson back on the field. Let me tell you something. I guarantee you 100 million% right now, Jalen Hurts is going to play is going to play better than Carson Wentz the rest of the way. If that's the case, he'll play better. Is going to play better. His skill set is just better for Doug Peterson, and that's really sad to say because you could do more with. You can actually do a lot more with Carson, but because Carson looks like a robot out there, looks like he's got no idea what's going on. Doesn't know how to throw a pass. Doesn't know how to move in the pocket. The guy moves in the pocket, out of the pocket, in the pocket, out of the pocket. Like, this guy is just waiting to get tackled. Okay, guy can't hold on to the football, and he hasn't fumbled the ball in a while, surprisingly. But trust me, he doesn't get off the hook with me that fast. Eagles Rule says, if you were the GM, what would be some of the first moves you would make? Obviously, I'd get rid of any old players that are from this Super Bowl, honestly. Besides, like, Lane Johnson, besides, like, Brandon Brooks. I would not get rid of Brandon Brooks at all, period. But I think with Brandon Brooks, you're a lot of depth as well with Nate Herbig and Jack Driscoll and some of these other guys that are here. But, I would fire Doug Peterson. I'd fire Howie Roseman and bring in a new. I would do literally a new coaching staff. Period. That's just me. Doug has really made himself look stupid this year. I'm just like, from all the stuff that he said this year, like earlier in the season, I was like, just let him on. I'm fine. It is what it is. But the stuff that he said later in the season, and you know what? And as the games went by, okay, as the games went by, Doug started to, at his press conference, his post-game conferences after the game, right? He would, somebody would ask him a question, and he would just be like, roll his eyes, and he'd pause for a long time and, take a deep breath, like, what are you, you've lost how many games in a row, and you're, so mad? Can you blame these reporters for asking you these questions? I mean, and you try to get away from it. You can't. You can't get away from it. And if you think that Doug made the decision to start Jalen Hurts, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. I guarantee you 1,000,000% Jeffrey Lurie had a big role in that. I'm telling you right now, Doug was forced to start Jalen Hurts this week. Period. If you think Doug made this, even though on 94, Doug was like, I make whoever I bench or start in the game is my decision. I don't need to. He's like, I don't need to communicate with anybody. This is my own decision. Oh, you feel like you don't need to communicate with anybody? Well, guess what? Not even 2 days, and Doug came out and said Jalen Hurts was starting. If it was Doug, he wouldn't have gave this news until Friday night or Saturday. Okay? That's just truth. That's just truth. The truth of it all, right there. Okay? From week 1 of the season, Carson Wentz it's not mobile anymore. Carson Wentz couldn't even throw a screen pass. Carson Wentz was throwing, I can't stand. That one game with Dallas Goedert going on a go route upfield, and Carson underthrows the ball twice. Okay? I'm not even going to talk about his fumbles and his turnovers a game. It was almost 2 turnovers a game. Fumbled the ball, I don't know how many times. Got 18, 19 turnovers. He almost got 20 turnovers for the year on him. Ridiculous. Okay? And people support this guy. Even when he's not even playing, they still support this guy. If he's playing, I support him. If he's not, I don't care. Because you know what? He deserves to be on the bench. I've been waiting for this moment for a while. I've been waiting for it, and it came. I figured I never seen this type of, I don't know. I felt like Jeffrey Lurie obviously Jeffrey Lurie gave it a lot of time. Jeffrey Lurie wanted to be good with himself that he would make a decision like this, because if you did this too early, it's going to be coulda, woulda, shoulda. Like, oh, if Doug stayed in or if Carson remained, I mean, I think they let it go too long as it did. Way too long. So, at this point, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know for a lot of people around the league, a lot of GMs and a lot of front office people are thinking that, you know what? Carson Wentz probably will work out somewhere else. And that's just the truth of it all. People are just looking at this year and saying, oh, it's a bad year for Carson and he'll be fine next year. It might not, because being in this building is not going to be good for him. Being around these fans isn't going to be good for him. It's the damage is already done. Doug, Jeffrey, whoever did it, benching him, the damage is already done already. You're not keeping this quarterback past 2022. It's not going to happen. You might not even have him past 2021. You might not even have him by the 2021. Okay? You might not even have him by that time. So I'm not happy with this. I want but you know, how much time am I going to give this guy? How much time am I going to give Carson Wentz? I mean, at least if we had a bad game, at least if the quarterback played okay and we brought a fight back, it brought some fight in a game, but we lost, I give more respect on it. But this guy, even the last game he played, he only put up 3. He one series upfield. He was carried by penalties. Another one, he threw a deep ball to Dallas Goedert and went 3 and out after that. I mean, it's got to stop. Sloppy Show with the super chat. Thanks very much, bro. Because I love Carson. Sorry, I don't know if that was too loud. I love Carson. Hurts just has better mechanics and is a better natural athlete. I think Hurts has a high ceiling, but Wentz has a higher floor. That's actually the perfect quote. Wentz has a higher floor. Hurts has a higher ceiling. Okay, I agree. I do agree. Carson just seems to it's not this year. It's just not. I just don't think Carson should be. I don't think that the floor is going to be that high. I just don't see it. Don't see it anymore. Don't. We got another super chat from DJ Addy D saying, wild stat here, Shakes, 33.33%. That's the rate at which quarterbacks have won their first career start over the last 10 seasons. 34-68. And interesting. Young Mike says Hurts will never be as good as Wentz and Seth. Don't know. Don't know if that's the case. No? I don't know if that's the case, guys. Not sure. Sooner or later, something's got to happen. Carson might win again. I don't know what the decision's going to be next year. I don't. I'm telling you right now, if you have if you have Carson Wentz as your starter next year, if they say, hey, we're going to give him one more chance and that's it, and what are you going to do with Jalen Hurts? Are we going to keep him as a backup? Is he going to stay here? He might want to be out. He might want out. You never know at this point. There might be teams that actually maybe he gets some, maybe Jalen Hurts will get some exposure and things will happen. Maybe he'll get some. Maybe Denver will be interested. I don't know at this point. Maybe the Patriots will get interested. Maybe there'll be some teams out there interested. You never know. So you could trade Jalen Hurts as well if you really wanted to. Yeah, you could trade Jalen Hurts, keep Carson next year if that's the case. But I don't know, guys. I feel like the damage is already done. I feel like it's done between benching him. And you know what? What really makes me mad about Carson Wentz, okay? Carson Wentz has had no motivation, okay? He didn't have enough motivation to win anything after. And the thing is, he's been hurt. And you're going to say, well, he's been hurt. I'm like, well, then how are we supposed to keep a guy that says he carries himself like he's that passionate? And if he is all these things and the one year we have him healthy, he ain't doing anything. The 1 year we have him, Carson's not doing anything. Because all we were worried about the past couple of years was Wentz's health. The guy's healthy, and he can't do anything. Period. He just can't be a Philadelphia Eagle anymore. That's just me. There's too much has happened here. Too much has happened here. I just feel like there's no way out. If you don't have enough, if another guy if Nick Foles winning a Super Bowl didn't give you enough motivation, and then drafting, the reports came out that Wentz isn't happy about the Jalen Hurts pick. Okay, with Aaron Rodgers, Love was drafted in the second round. And obviously it's different because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, okay? And number two, Aaron Rodgers has better weapons around him than Carson Wentz does, definitely. Okay? But at the same time, Aaron Rodgers just proved himself that he's the best or one of the best. And Carson went... Sorry, that was me. All right, hold on. I'm going to rewind. All over, okay? I'm going to rewind. Okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry. Because we're good. Okay. Yeah, if I push this right here, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, because I'm moving my hands. I'm like, yeah, that's why. Okay, we're good. Let me rewind again. So, if Nick Foles winning a Super Bowl didn't give you enough motivation, okay, then drafting a quarterback in the second round didn't give you enough motivation, okay, then I don't know what to tell you. The Green Bay Packers drafted Love in the second round. They drafted a quarterback in the second round. And the reports came out then Carson Wentz didn't like the second round pick, or he was upset over it, or whatever it was. And I know it's Aaron Rodgers. I know that the offense is a lot more different. I know that Aaron Rodgers has more weapons around him. I obviously know that. But Aaron Rodgers took it as as a challenge. Okay? Aaron Rodgers took it as a challenge, and Carson Wentz took it the complete opposite way. The complete opposite way. It's just, you know what I mean? There are, and you could, and anybody in this chat right now that's saying it's the weapons around Wentz, I don't want to hear it. Okay? I could pull up, don't make me do it, don't make me do it, don't make me do it, because I swear to God, I don't care if I sit here for 24 hours. I will bring up every single game, every single throw in slow motion, and I will show you guys how many times he has been inaccurate. He has thrown the ball to a receiver, but in the wrong spot. You know, you throw in front of a receiver on a certain route, he's going to get more yards, and you pretty much have to make a receiver come back for a pass. How many times does that happen? Don't make me do it, because I will do it. Because I will do it. Don't tell me it's the weapons around Wentz. I don't even want to hear it, the weapons around Wentz. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Are some of these route combinations messed up? Is Doug, these routes they're doing for these certain plays, are they horrible? Yeah, I think they're horrible. Okay, but Wentz, I'm gonna blame Wentz, because why doesn't he throw the ball out of bounds? Why does he fumble the football? Why does he just stand there and take a hit? Because I've seen him just sit there and say, "Just hit me, just hit me, just hit me." They're not out of position every time, bro. They're not out of position every time. Don't give Carson Wentz any excuses this year. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, if you could show me that every game is like that because the receivers are out of position and that's a bunch of baloney. Nah, but last year, remember last year, the last month of the season? What about last year, guys? Remember at the last month of the season what happened to that Carson Wentz? Where did that go? I'm carrying guys off the street that just worked at McDonald's, and literally he put an Eagles helmet on, started playing. Oh, Robert Davis, all these receivers we had, like Robert Davis and Greg Ward, pretty much big unknowns with this team. Seriously. Cut the you know what, because it's just excuses. Okay? And I understand we had Mike Rose and OC last year. I understand that 100%. But Wentz, I could tell when a quarterback has confidence. This guy has no confidence, period. The way he looks, the way he plays, when he goes up to the line, he has no idea what's going on. I can tell just by looking in his eyes. I can tell by his facial expressions. Okay? I could see it. You don't see Carson. I mean, just seeing. I rewatched the Super Bowl. I rewatched some of those games from 2017. I actually went on Game Pass and I actually watched some games. Because what games am I going to watch this year that I'm like, yeah, go Eagles? What games am I going to watch this year that I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great game to watch? Can't. That's why I'm so glad that he's not. I'd rather say bad things about Jalen Hurts about tomorrow. This way I don't have to think about Carson Wentz again and say the same thing again like I've been saying every single week. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I do know what it is. I've been saying what it is. I just don't see anything I don't see anything like Carson. I just don't. I like when Nick Foles was in. I just saw confidence. I saw a guy that was just the more. He ran away. He's been sacked a few times. I saw. You know what I mean? Like, no, I never saw him look scared. I never saw him look like he was worried. I never saw him put his head down and grin. Carson does that crap when he makes a mistake. He's like, and he goes to the sideline and he's like, clap hands with Doug Pearson, like, oh, next time, buddy, you'll do it next time. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm so tired of seeing this. Can't even take him. I can't even take him seriously. I almost went to a game this year when they had fans. Thank God I didn't waste. Thank God. I usually go to 5, 6. Look, I usually go to 5, 6 games a year. Okay, I usually go to 5 or 6 games with my girlfriend. 5 or 6 games. Okay. If the Eagles are in the playoffs at home, I'm always there. But thank God I didn't waste $500 on ticket. Thank God I didn't waste my money, my gas, anything. Thank God. There would be no point. It'd be a waste of time. To come home and feel like that for 2.5 hours driving home. No, thank you. I'm good. I'd rather sit here. There's my bathroom. There's my TV. There's my food right there. Don't got to go anywhere. I'm fine with that. Yeah, and of course, when you go to a game, you hate to lose. Trust me, it's the worst. And I've been to games where we won more than we've lost. So, I mean, that's a good thing. Oh man, I mean, I'm trying my best. This. There is 91 people in the chat, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We usually do this a lot. We're going to have hopefully a 94 WIP stream tomorrow morning. And then, obviously, after the game, we're going to do some other stuff as well. We don't play till the middle of the afternoon tomorrow. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. You won't regret it. We just hit over 10,000 subscribers and over another 100 subscribers already. So it's been going pretty nice. If you guys haven't hit the like button, either hit the like button. When you hit the like button, trust me, when you hit that like button, you really support the channel. Like, hitting that like button really makes a huge difference to what happens on this. Trust me, you are going to be doing some giveaways on some merchandise soon. I have merch in the description below, obviously. So I appreciate that. Now, Sloppy Joe says, being real, Wentz needs a change of scenery like Tannehill did. Different-ish situations, but still is bad. Still bad coaching, injuries, and lack of confidence. I agree. I'm telling you right now, I don't know how Carson could play here anymore because of seeing that. I mean, obviously, he probably doesn't see it. Obviously, having a statue of Nick Foles here, getting benched already, and having Jalen Hurts here. And Jalen Hurts, you're going to have a guy, Jalen Hurts is going to be here. How much confidence do you think that it's already enough that Carson couldn't get motivated from Nick Foles winning a Super Bowl over him? Or Jalen Hurts getting drafted in the second round, whether he liked it or did not like it, he just decided to just take it so personal. And it may not seem like he's taking it personal, but obviously his play is showing 100% of what's going on. Really, at the end of the day, it's ridiculous. Really, it really is. It's a mess, guys. It's a total mess. Appreciate it, Kevin. You're telling me you're going to keep Wentz next year with Hurts being here? That's going to help. That's going to really help. That's going to change Carson around. Oh yeah. That's going to change him right around. No. Nah, it's not. And like you said, Kev, about Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill, yeah, he only caught, he was a big contract. He was $19 million guaranteed. Crazy. And then when he went to Tennessee, he only cost like a little over $1 million, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I guess it's similar but different because of coaching and everything else like that, and what's around those players as well. Philly said I would be way more mad if we trade him and he balls out somewhere else. But we're stuck. If he balls out somewhere else, are you going to be surprised? That's what I'm saying. Like, so what? We're going to keep him. There's just no way he's going to be here the next year. I don't see it now. I don't. I did see it, but now I don't, because the more news that came out, the more I think it's going to happen. If Wentz balls out next year, are you going to be surprised? If he balls out on another team, are you really going to be surprised? Are you really going to be surprised over it? I mean, come on now. Let's be real here. From how many players have left this team and been, somewhat successful. I'm not saying they're balling out like they should have been drafted first pick of the draft last, but I mean, just by looking at it, look what you have. I didn't think it would actually look this bad, but it's bad. How could Wentz there's not much more motivation for Carson Wentz to get anything done. How much more motivation are we supposed to get out of him? He has no motivation to do anything after a backup quarterback wins a Super Bowl. No motivation for a quarterback getting drafted in the second round. And you know what? The front office is a huge blame. And even the beat writers even asked Howie Roseman after the draft and said, do you think that's going to cause some issues down the road with Jalen Hurts getting drafted? And he said no. And then that's when he talked about this QB factory. Okay, that's what happened. Okay. Enough of these. Stop drafting these preachers to God. Like, I have nothing against Christians, but Jesus, can we just get a normal man in here that, I don't care. Someone that gambles or somebody that does something that committed at least one sin. I mean, somebody at this point. I don't even know what to say anymore. Okay, we got these preach it, teach, over here. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's okay if Carson has a bad year. It's okay if that happens. Like, I don't care if he has, he's allowed to have, a bad year if it happens. Like, it happens. It's happened to Aaron Rodgers. It's happened to Tom. And Tom Brady's probably having his worst year this year. But do you see him getting worse? No. None of these guys get worse. They come back. And fight. And Carson just looks worse every single week. I just don't. I think it's over. I will be surprised if they keep Carson in the same quarterback room next year. I will be very surprised at that. I really will. I will. I will give props. I will give props. They had to bench him. There's no choice. It's like me going to work. Okay? It's like when I go to work and I come in 5 minutes, 10 minutes late a few times, and they say, don't do that. It's not good. Can't be late. I say, okay. And then the next 4 or 5 days, I come in late. Have I done that in my career working at a job? Oh, yeah, I went in late. I've done it all. We've all done it. Okay, whoever works, we've all done it. Maybe we haven't. Maybe you haven't. Maybe. But I've done it before. Okay? I'm 30 years old and I've done it before. Okay. But when you don't get reprimanded for it, when I was doing retail a long time ago, 3 years into it, I was calling out. I was not showing up. I was showing up late. And then, they were letting me get away with it. And then finally they stopped me and said, look, and then they suspended me. They actually suspended me. I had to do a union meeting. I had to go through all this stuff just to do it. And that was a while ago, but that's getting reprimanded. That's like, hey, we're not accepting you doing this for our company, and it doesn't make us look good as a company. So, it is what it is. So that's what I'm talking about with Wentz. You can't let him just, like, he's been making the same mistake since week 1 of the season, and you kept him for 12, 13 weeks. And you still kept him. It's just bad. I don't know what to say half the time anymore. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I have tried my best to have optimism for Carson when he's in the, when he, the game before the Seahawks, I was like, I think after like after like the third series, I was like, you suck. Get off the field. I'm done. Get off the field. I've had enough. I've had enough. And then when he starts the next game, I still support. But it's only a matter of time. Like, when we do like 3 and outs, 4 3 and outs, 5 3 and outs, that's when I'm just done. I'm just like, get him out of the game. I can't deal with it anymore. I just can't. Okay? A lot of bad contracts on this team. I mean, the quarterback situation needs to be fixed. Number one, we need to figure out the coaching staff. We need to figure out the quarterback situation. Like, once those two things are fixed, I'll be more comfortable with how this. I'll be more comfortable. Okay, I will feel more comfortable how the season goes just because of those two things getting fixed. OC, GM, head coach, whatever moves they make. I don't know. I'm trying to be as supportive as possible, and it's hard. It really is. When Jalen Hurts got those 3 series, I was so surprised Jalen Hurts had 3 series last game. I was literally crapping my pants. I was, because I was just so starstruck and was like, oh my God. And when Jalen hits the field, it's just, your reaction is going to be like, oh my God, this is great. Like, this guy's hungry. This guy's been benched before. This guy went through something in college that a lot of college players don't go through. This guy got benched in a national championship game with the Alabama Crimson Tide for Tua, transferred to Oklahoma, and rushed and passed for 52 touchdowns. I mean, that's a hell of a story. I'm not saying that's going to convert to the NFL, but that's a really good story, and that's something that Jalen Hurts went through. You know what I mean? It's kind of amazing seeing that. But with me, I know people are talking about favorite quarterbacks and favorites. I don't play favorites, bro. I play who plays better, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm worried about. You know what I mean? That's all I'm worried about. That's all I care about. I want to win another championship and call it a day. That's what I want to do. Joby Kenobi. Love that name. Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of my favorite characters. I am a Star Wars geek, nerd, you name it. I'm actually going to be live streaming some Star Wars. I do have a gaming channel. If you guys, so tonight I was supposed to do my gaming stuff tonight at 9. Obviously, I need to talk about. Yesterday was Friday. What am I talking about? Yeah, so I've been sick the past week. I feel a lot better today, but I still feel like horrible. I don't know if I'm really getting better. I feel like I kind of am, just by a little bit. So I got sick a little bit ago. Last week I got sick. I've been sick for probably a week, and I'm not coughing or sneezing or nothing. I'm just like, that's what I feel like. So, I had to skip on the gaming stuff the past 2 weeks. Every Friday I've been doing it, but had no energy to. So it actually took me some energy today. things. I love GTA, but I haven't played it in a long time. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the gaming channel, it's a lot of fun. We do different things on there. So Eagles Nest Gaming, you could you could go to that. I'll actually put it up now if you guys haven't. I have a gaming channel as well. It's nothing like it's nothing that I want to like trying to be successful at, or because I'm not on YouTube to be successful. I'm just on YouTube to state my opinion, and that's it. That's all I'm here for. That's all I've ever been here for. Never tried to be the best YouTuber. I've never tried to be the best at anything. I'm just, trust me, when this started out, this wasn't supposed to be like where it is now. This was just supposed to be like a little hobby that obviously turned into something a lot better. So I'm gonna go to the chat. If I could do that. This is my gaming channel. If you guys want to subscribe to it, you can. Don't, if you're gonna subscribe and not watch, there's no point. Don't even bother with it, obviously. But here, 94 people. Appreciate the 94 people in the chat, guys. You guys haven't subscribed to the channel. I just put my gaming channel in there as well, Eagles Nest Gaming. If you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. We go through a lot of things. I'm going to be doing some collabs with some new YouTubers as well, so I'm going to be very excited to do that. And if you guys haven't hit the like button to this live stream yet, do appreciate that. When you hit the like button, you have no idea how much. That is a huge thing to hit the like button. You might think it's not by doing it, but when you do it, it really makes a huge difference when you hit that like button. So I appreciate everybody. You want to try to get the video over 100 likes would be awesome. We're at 98 right now. So I appreciate everybody being here today. Okay, I think we're good, right? Good. By the way, guys, I do have merchandise. I've already sold a few shirts, and I sold a few shirts and and I think a sweatshirt already. If you guys haven't checked out some of my merch, go in the description below, teespring.com. If you are purchasing something, if you need help, just always message me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at JoeyShake72. I really usually don't talk about Twitter because I usually don't tell people to follow me there. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, guys, at JoeyShake72. Do appreciate it. Really appreciate it. You guys have not. I'm not like a big tweet. I don't really tweet too much, but I do put up videos of my own and some other things like that. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys always check that out. Nah, McNabb never had a season like this that it was this bad. Awa Hoagie sounds good to me. But I don't live. I'm in New York, so there's no Wawas over here. If they put a Wawa over here, this place would they would take out all the delis would go out of business if they put a Wawa 24-hour Wawa here. Oh man, I can't even imagine. Philly says Jason Kelsey Fletcher saying Wentz over Jalen, saying he is getting undeserved heat. The hell, they're just that's a big lie. Undeserved, yeah. I think because they play on the team and they see that that not only he's playing horrible, but everyone else is playing horrible sometimes. So they put the blame. They're putting the blame on the other players as well. So it's awesome. It is what it is. It's awesome just to see that. It's awesome to see guys, even with a starting quarterback in Jalen Hurts, it's nice to see guys stick up for Wentz, but at the end of the day, we're seeing it with our eyes, guys. I mean, can't we? Wentz gets the same yards and touchdowns, but make a Pro Bowl. No, because put up big numbers. No, because big numbers. Yeah, it's a team sport, definitely. But when it comes to how much attention the quarterback position gets looked at by media and by the fans, obviously, if you see your quarterback struggling, there's something going wrong. You're seeing your coach struggle. You're seeing your quarterback struggle. So it all comes into one. Oh, yeah, and Tronic TVs just said something that I totally forgot to mention. LeGarrette Blount retired. I think it was a couple days ago. LeGarrette Blount retired and talked about Philly and said that it was his favorite Super Bowl. It was his favorite year with any team that he's been with, and that's awesome. I never seen the Patriots actually. You know, when he was on the Patriots, I didn't really see the Patriots ever. Just seeing how our practices used to go with the Meek Mill music and just how hype the city was, and I think a lot of New England fans take Super Bowls for granted. I know a New England fan. I do play online with a New England fan that you know, kind of takes it for granted in a way because when they don't make it to the playoffs for 1 year, it's like they get mad. And I know how it feels too because ever since the Super Bowl, we've been into the postseason every single year. And it's hard to say football is going to be over soon. It might be, obviously. So, been a hell of a ride though. 2020, guys. I do not want to. This was the worst year. Probably, this was one of the worst years. I mean, for me at least, because I ended up getting another job. But I ended up between the pandemic, working through the pandemic. Then I ended up quitting my job, telling my boss off, quitting my job, going to a better job, obviously. But going through this Eagle season. Couldn't go on vacation to Florida this year. Couldn't go to Disney World this year and Hollywood Studios. Couldn't do any of that this year. Scheduled that next November or something like that. Yeah, a lot of this year was just bad. It was probably one of the worst years I've ever had in my life. Gotta say, it was pretty bad. Can't lie about it. You know. Lie. Leslie Mansley says W for Colts. Matt says Mando Season 2 finale gonna be great next Friday. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be getting on the PS4 soon as well, so anyone want to stick around, stick around. $2020, I would love to win tomorrow, bro. I'm not against not winning, bro. I'm not against it whatsoever. Hold on. I can't stand people that watch WWE. Like, I can't stand people that watch wrestling. I love wrestling. Yeah, the Attitude Era. I hate wrestling. How do people watch this crap that's on TV? Crazy. It's so bad. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I know what I was doing. I'm just messaging a couple. Okay. Okay. We're good. Sorry. Yeah, bro. Wrestling back in the day was the stuff, man. It was the stuff. I loved it. The Attitude Era. I watched WCW, NWO, Monday Night Nitro, Sunday Night Heat, Thursday Night SmackDown, Raw, Saturday. Was there a Saturday wrestling? I don't think so. Carson Wentz had 20 turnovers. Talk about that. Dude, it's bad. How you see it advertised on the field, it is bad. Not going to get better. That's why this change had to get made. This is why this had to happen. Yeah, I saw Sting got to the AEW. Timothy Del Cruz. I don't think any QB will be successful in this roster. I don't think that's true. I just don't think you can have these two guys together anymore. Between Wentz and Hurts, I don't think you can. One's got to go. One's got to go. I mean, regardless, one has got to go. So, and on the sideline, watch. Those cameras are going to be on Carson Wentz tomorrow like crazy tomorrow. You just watch. By tomorrow, Carson is going to have cameras on him. When Hurts makes a good play, Carson's going to fake clap and fake smile and act like he's so happy for him when he's not. And you know that's the case. You know that's the case. So, Jason says, how about WCW, NWO for N64? WCW versus NWO Revenge. WWF Attitude for PlayStation. WrestleMania 2000 for N64. Oh my God. I have them actually. I'm looking at them right now because I actually saved those games. I actually still have them. So yeah. Awesome. Troll Patrol, Philly 500. This team. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's not the only one. Trust me. Trust me. He's not the only one. Wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow I might do an open stream tomorrow. I might just open this stream up tomorrow at StreamYard. I might just do it tomorrow and just have people come in and just vent for a certain amount of time and then go to the next person. They call it a call-in, but, you know. Might do that tomorrow. Might do that. It should be fun. Hear people talk and pissed. Just hearing someone else, you know what I mean? So I've heard myself. Jade says, yeah, Joey, let's start a new chat for the stuff. So much fun. I think we should. I think it'd be a lot of fun, honestly. "2020 says, I don't get fans who want Hurts to play well so we could trade him and keep one. No, I don't want Hurts to play bad. But if he plays good, then fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I only wanted, the thing is, I didn't want Carson bench for Hurts to play well. I wanted Carson bench because he needed to be reprimanded for all his mistakes that should have happened earlier this season. I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is anything. I'm not saying that he's going to be anything. I'm not saying that he is the quarterback of the future. I am far from that. I just wanted Carson benched just so he's benched. And yeah, you're playing like crap. And we can't let you play like this anymore. It's been way too long. What I'm going to do is tomorrow night, it's going to be fun as hell. I'm going to put up a StreamYard, put the link out, and then we're gonna let people in and start. Obviously, you guys are gonna have a time limit on when you come in and speak what you gotta say, and that's it for other people to come in and do their thing. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Obviously, I think it'd be awesome. So let's see here. Matt Weeks, check Twitter. Lord Dagger, check Twitter, please. Matt, check Twitter. Let's see. Any news on us? No. What do you guys... I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad to the point where it's so bad that even Matt Stafford plays better than Carson. Like it's actually that bad. Like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like that Carson is making him look like I don't like that he plays like this. I don't like to embarrass himself, and then us fans walk around like embarrassed because of how we play. It's really not good. Not good. I don't want to say that Carson doesn't care at all, Jason, but I don't see him like, where's that comeback mentality at? Like, what are they doing with him at practice? Press Taylor has got to go. I can't stand. Look, every quarterback in the league. Look, Aaron Rodgers has had multiple quarterback coaches. Quarterback coaches. There's all these guys that have had multiple. But I know Press Taylor isn't like, the main problem. But man, what is he doing with this quarterback all week? I don't even know. When we had John DeFilippo here, it was like military. And you know what? He was hard on these quarterbacks. And he can't even complain. And then Frank Reich helped with the quarterbacks as well. He was the OC, but he helped with the quarterbacks as well. So not only had he had one ear to listen to, but he had two. You know what I mean? Amon says he's putting his body on the line for what? What are the Eagles getting out of it? They're not getting anything out of it. They're not getting anything out of it. I agree. Because honestly, he's just going to get, like, what if he got hurt? What if he actually got hurt? What if he tore his Achilles? Knock on wood quick, but what if he tore his Achilles? You know what I mean? Like, what if that happened? And then, like, we'd all be like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And then we'd be stuck. We're pretty much stuck with Jalen Hurts. I mean, and then you have a big fat piece of money on your team that's can't even move a muscle right now. So it goes in a lot of different. A lot of bad things. And even Blessings at Mass Day said Drew had multiple bad seasons. Went 5'11", 5'11", 4-12. But, he still threw a good amount of yards. He still had didn't play probably up to par, but he still had an average to an above average year. And this guy's not even having none of that on a bad year. He's literally and I know there's a lot more to it. It's not 100% Carson's fault, but there's a lot more to it. I understand that 100%. I mean, not going to sugarcoat it. Not going to, Robert Dreaded, welcome back, has a super chat for us here. Appreciate it, dude. Joey, what's up, my guy? Carson is fixable. We need new coaching and a better GM. I agree on both. I mean, I don't. Is Carson fixable? I agree on the GM. I agree on the GM and the coaching staff. Do I agree on Carson's fixable? That's going to be the question going into next year. That's the thing I'm not even sure of, Rob. I really don't know. I really, really don't know. So that's just gonna, in time, I guess we're just gonna have to find out. At this point. iDrip says, sounds like Jason outshotted D-Jack, a stack of money that can't move. It's scary. It actually is really scary. There's 92 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here today. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Do appreciate it. We cover the Eagles all year round. And if you guys have not, press the like button for this video. Do appreciate it. We just hit over 100 likes to this video. It's awesome. When you hit the like, it really does push out the content like crazy. It does a lot. Trust me. If you guys haven't checked out, follow me on Twitter at JoeyShake72. If you guys haven't checked out my Shake Squad merch, just put that out as a 10K drop. This channel just over 10,000 subscribers. Just got over 100 more subscribers the past week, which is fantastic. So appreciate everybody being here and kind of just going through all this whole thing together, because I don't know. I'm excited this week. I'm excited for tomorrow. Even that we're going to lose, I'm excited for tomorrow, because I just want to see. I just know Hurts is going to play better than Carson. I know Hurts is actually going to play better if he starts the rest. If he starts the rest of the year, I think he will play better overall in 4 games than Carson did in 12. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's going to be it's a lot. There's going to be a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama in this game, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. It really is. Lamont says, Joey Shakes, you are the real Eagles YouTube video maker, Eagles first. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the the confidence. And if you guys don't know, like I see with my eyes and I talk about it, and that's it. I'm not the guy that there's other, I'm not gonna, there's other guys out there that have different opinions, but I just speak with what I see with my eyes, and that's it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. At the end of the day, I'm same as you. I'm a fan, and that's it. Nothing different at all. Except I'm making videos about it, and it's weird because, like, if something happens with the Eagles and I can't make a video for some reason, I start freaking out because I need to make a video, because it's like that's like my go-to thing now to make myself feel better mentally about it. I actually have to make a video because that's just the way it is and the way it goes. You know what I mean? We've been on for 2 hours and 32 minutes. Man, that went by pretty quick. But we had a lot to talk about tonight. That's definite. But according to next year, I really don't know. I don't think Carson could be. I think one of these guys has to go. Joby Kadobi says, nice channel. I appreciate it, man. Lamont says, and when the Eagles lose, we're mad, no matter who's messing up. Of course, I'll blame. I don't care. I'll blame anybody. I'll blame a guy that barely makes mistakes. It doesn't matter at this point. Like, if they lose, they lose. And L is an L. But I mean, at the end of the day, L is an L. I think that I think Hurts will play better than Wentz would have played. I think Hurts will play better regardless if Wentz is playing or not. I think Hurts will play better. I really will be surprised if he doesn't. I know he'll play better. Just by him being mobile and him being very good on his feet and him being very fluid in the pocket, I think that's just a plus right there that could make very good plays. Just from creating that type of space with his own feet, I think that's where it really counts. But look, he doesn't have the throws, obviously. The one thing I could say, I said earlier, the one thing I said earlier was Jalen Hurts, even in college, really didn't throw through tight windows. Was usually finding wide open. Like, I'm talking wide open. Like, he usually finds that wide open guy. He kind of waits too long to get that wide open guy. But obviously, I want to see if he could throw into tight windows. I want to see a lot more than what I'm seeing here, obviously. I'm telling you, like, how can you even say, hey, look, I don't put anybody down. Like, I like when people have different opinions, so throw them at me. Because honestly, I don't know how Hurts could play worse. Like, how could Hurts play worse than Carson at this point? How can you even say, oh, he's not going to play better than Carson? How could he not? This guy threw a touchdown on 4th and 18. Do you honestly think he would have threw that touchdown to Greg Ward in the end zone? Let me tell you something. Wouldn't have happened. You've been watching the Eagles all year, and you're a diehard fan, as you know you are. You've been watching this team every single week, okay, and really been looking at it closely. You know that Carson Wentz ain't making that throw. You know that ain't happening. You know Carson's not going to be working through that pocket with his feet that great as Jalen Hurts did. And he did. I even DM'd Bad Dog, Giants fan, if you guys haven't followed him. And I was like, well, I guess we're going to find out what Jalen Hurts is all about. And he's a big Sooner fan. He's a big Sooner fan. And he, I was on his channel and he told me a lot of things about Jalen Hurts. And I didn't watch Jalen Hurts his whole career. I never did. And he told me a lot of things. I watched a lot of videos on it, documentaries about it, stuff like that. But, Javon Hobson says, I need a beer. Robert Dredd says, slip it on this Jack and Coke, enjoying awesome Eagles content on my bro statue. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Much appreciated, Rob. Rob's always here. Rob's always chilling. Eagles for Life says, Jalen Hurts is going to prove everybody wrong. Jalen Hurts would have been drafted in the first round if teams didn't need wide receivers. Jalen Hurts is we'll see what happens. Money says, Hurts had weapons at Bama and Oklahoma. The Eagles don't have the weapons because Howie. I agree with I agree with weapons, but I agree. I kind of disagree on, you know, I think the scheme, I think the way this offense is run, Doug is just running his offense. He's not scheming. I think he's more of running his offense than scheming against his opponent more. I think all he cares about is running his offense more than scheming. I just said it 3 times. I just wanted to make sure it sounded correct when I was saying it. You know what I mean? I know Bama, he had a lot of weapons. That's definite, but all it takes is him to get free. All it takes is Jalen Hurts to get free with his legs, and anything could happen after that. That route could look like that route could look horrible, right, when he gets the ball in his hands. And then if nothing is there, he moves around, and somebody will get open. Somebody will. If Hurts could throw it in a tight window, I'll be very impressed. Robert Trenton says Doug's offense is worse than 2020. Oh, God. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Yeah, you know, DB says I can't say Hurts throws better at this point. No, I I can't. I don't doubt Hurts. He only played against a soft coverage team that didn't game plan. Yeah, I think as the weeks go on, we'll find. Obviously, yeah, he has one big game. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, but I'll be happy. But obviously, you know, this is only one game, and this team wasn't prepared. They're kind of just going through the fly of what he's done this year. Obviously, there's not much tape on him as of right now, so there's a lot more. There's a lot more going into this game right now. I mean, a lot more going into it. If he does this twice, if he does this 3 times, then yeah, you're going to be like, okay, well, this guy is legit to start for this team, and it could happen. Then you're going to start building around Jalen Hurts, and then Wentz might get shipped out of here. I mean, that's just what could happen. Javon says, what do you think about EDP 4-5 pedo allegations and your best? Appreciate the compliment, and I don't know. I really don't watch EDP anymore. I heard about all that was going on. I just don't care about EDP at all. I just don't care for his content like I used to anymore. It's barely about the Eagles anymore, and just don't care. Don't really care. Life said, I think Jalen Hurts will throw over 300 yards. 3? That's a fair number. I say that's a pretty fair number, or 2 or 2.25. You know, maybe 250. Maybe 3 touchdowns, 250, and you know. Manuel says rooting for Jalen, but always thought he was trash at throwing the football consistently. I agree that he's had consistency throwing the football. 52 touchdowns for the Sooners. I think and that's combined with run touchdowns and passing. Obviously, the guy could run. We could see that. And I didn't realize, like, I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson fast, but the guy could move. I mean, you make the wrong, and he'll make a move on you. Like, he won't just go for the out of bounds. Like, he'll try to get as many yards as he possibly. You know, he'll go. It's crazy. $2020, yeah, it was. There were 17 pass plays called and 5. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much that's what Wentz didn't, and that's Wentz stopped doing that. I don't know why he stopped doing that. You know, like Wentz used to. I remember Wentz was just playing horrible, and then first quarter of the year later on, when we got to almost the middle, we got to the middle of the season, he started to scramble. He started as soon as he saw nobody open, he would scramble. Like that one game, he had that 40-yard scramble. You know what I mean? So. Then he stopped doing it. So it's just like he's changing the way he's playing, and it's costing us games. You know what I mean? Where he could get yards. But it's, that's just sad, but I think Hurts' mechanics. I think he has to shore up on his mechanics. I think the way he throws the football. I thought he would break his arm. I mean that ball goes. He could literally touch that football. The back. I mean, he puts that ball way back. I mean that ball is his stride is it's. Yeah, the early this season when he threw like 2-3 times, like earlier in the season when he threw they were quick releases. But this throw, when he throws a deep ball, I mean, I understand, but there were some times where he threw that ball and his stride with his arm is like too much time. That thing's gonna get swatted. Now look at that. I don't know if that's something he needs to fix or it's just. Floppy Joe says, do a live mock draft. Yeah, right. Way too early for that, bro. I don't even think I did one last year. I don't even remember I don't know if I even did that. I don't even remember. Okay. I was looking at. Okay. Well, add me, bro. Add me if you're on. If you guys want to add me on PSN, you can add me, but you got to tell. I have like a lot of friend requests on there, and the thing is, I don't accept friend requests if they don't send me a message and tell me who they are on YouTube. So, if you guys want to add me on there, you can. Vision says, I promise you, Hurts throw. The Rieger was press man coverage. Hurts beat prevent on 418. Hurts a go. Just wait, man. Just wait. That pass from Hurts to Greg Ward was great. It was like 4th and 18. I was like, nah. He threw that touchdown. I was getting off my couch slowly, and I jumped up, and I was so happy. Oh, man. Kyle, what's going on, man? I'm a Saints fan looking from the outside in, and I still think Carson is the move. Just got messed up in the head when Hurts did. Yeah, it's a lot more than that, Kyle. I appreciate you coming giving it your 2 cents on Wentz. Trust me. Made him question myself and lose his confidence. Yeah, it's a lot more than that, bro. But I appreciate it. I appreciate your what you're saying. Trayvon Dixon, what's going on? Welcome back, bro. It has been a while. How are you doing? This is crazy. It's a year. So obviously I'm doing a live. It's just pick. It's doing good, man. Same old. Just grinding. Eagles for Life says Carson is a bust. Look, man, like I have a friend named Alan, all right, and he's been an Eagles fan for over 35 years, okay? He's like in his 70s, okay? And he's been watching the Eagles for a long time. He told me after that Washington football team lost, the first game we lost, he said, there sometimes you get these quarterbacks and they have that 1 year, they get injured, and they're never the same after that. And Carson could be one of those guys. And I said, you know what? Probably is. Because I never talked to a fan that was, a fan that's been around a long time looking at quarterback. Guy is always talking about 70-something, 73, 74 years old. Obviously, been around, seen a lot more offenses than I have in my. Yeah, well, I was kind of mad when they drafted Jalen Hurts. I mean, I didn't do a reaction. I should have recorded that, but I didn't like flip out. I kind of just said why. I just said what? I said why they draft a quarterback in the second. Well, I said here we go. Here we go. I knew problems were going to happen, and Howie Roseman was asked a question after the draft and said, "Isn't this going to create a problem down the road?" And he said, "No, we always want to value that backup quarterback position." And I feel like they're only saying that because of Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl, and they're pretty much all up to, and that's when they mentioned the QB factory and all that stuff like that. And I was just like, such a joke. Not even. I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask where would you rank Hurts in this 2021 QB class. I'm not sure. You're asking the wrong guy. You're asking if you want to go to a guy that knows the draft really well. What's his name? He's on the Philly Talk podcast. Not Philly Mike, but usually Gate City Sports. Go to Gate City Sports. He is like the best. You want to know about the draft and you want to ask him that question, he would tell you off the bat. If you guys haven't subscribed to Gate City Sports, subscribe to his channel. I think he just hit over like 2,000. He knows his stuff about quarterback. Very good with it. Or Mel Kiper. I can't stand listening to Mel Kiper. That's the thing. His contract should have made him feel secure. Something was wrong with Wentz already. I think that concussion messed him up. Wentz checked the game. Joey shakes that drop by Fulgham was a back shoulder. It's Harley make. That Travis Fulgham drop, like the guy is barely obviously he's a pro now. He should be catching that, but he shouldn't have dropped it. But the other flip of the coin is that after week 4, he was leading the league in receiving yards, and as soon as Alshon Jeffrey got healthy, they cut him in. Took away snaps, and that was the problem. They took away his snaps, and he's not on the field. He's not getting warm. He's not getting hot. And when Alshon Jeffrey's coming back in to do absolutely nothing, this is what happens. Javon Hopeson says, "Do you watch Cold Raven? Isn't Cold Raven the one with the EDP beef? I think I've run into his channel." No, Trayvon Dixon, it's possible. That's if they say, "Hey, you want Wentz? You want to trade? We want to trade Wentz." And if there's a team that's interested, then they need to do us the favor, give us a lower draft pick, like a second or a third, maybe a couple picks, and they have to take him off the books. They just take him most of his salary off the books for us. That's how we get that done. Because obviously they're not going to give away a first, and then they have to pay all this money. But you never know. You never know what could happen. At the end of the day, the front office made this mess. At the end of the day, the front office created this mess, and the only people to blame is the front office because, Carson could play bad, but at the end of the day, who's putting this team together? Who's creating these problems? It's Howie Roseman, and it's what it is. It's all up above. At the end of the day, it's coming from the top. Who on our defense? It's coming from the top. These contracts that are bad, it's coming from the top. I mean, it's just what it is. I agree with that. These wide receivers, these players can only do so much as they're told to do. I mean, they're getting coached and they're going what play they're doing and they're running their routes they have to do. And if that ball is not going in the right spot, if Carson is making it, Carson's making it harder for these receivers too. Because sometimes, these guys could catch a perfect ball, but the problem is, if he throws that ball behind the receiver and they have to come back and get it, if he underthrows Dallas Goedert two times in one game, that could have been for big yards. where, it's just crazy. If it's a go route, the guy shouldn't be turning around to catch the ball with the guy draped all, behind him. Where the guy, the defender, all he had to do was turn around and catch the ball. But, it's what it is. And when he overthrows, and it's got to stop. Got to stop. So, all right, guys. Well, in 8 minutes, we're gonna go for like another minute or two. We're almost hitting 3 hours. It's like for the day. We're gonna have a stream tomorrow, early, like 10 o'clock in the morning, probably 11. We're gonna do a stream at like 10, 11 o'clock. Do the 94 WIP stuff, and then obviously, after I'm done with that, watch the game, do our post game. Might open up the StreamYard. I might do a StreamYard tomorrow. Probably gonna do a StreamYard instead, obviously, and have people just come in and start spreading. I might just give my take on the game and then have people come in and do their thing. I agree, Troll Patrol. I agree. We're in for a long ride before downward incline. I say about 3 years. Yeah, I say about 3 years. We need to make some moves and get stuff going. So we'll see. We'll see. Time. Matter of time. Matter of time. No, DB, you're right. Carson's not the entire problem at all. I mean, we've had the front office has created this problem, and these players have not made it better. And Doug Pearson has not made it better. There's no positive about any of it. I think, obviously, I think Jalen Hurts being here. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a blessing in disguise, but we're going to see what this guy's all about. If he works out, great. If he doesn't and looks horrible, I just can't see him playing worse than Wentz. I just can't. I really can't. If I see him play as bad as Wentz, I'll be very surprised. I don't think he's going to play as bad as Wentz. I think there's going to be more positives out of this change than Wentz being in the game. That's just the truth, guys. Just, But, if he plays bad, he plays bad. It is what it is. It is what it is. But. All right, guys. Hey, Javon, appreciate it, man. If you and since he said you deserve my sub, brother, I appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We do this all year round. We're gonna have 2 live streams tomorrow. One in the morning, and we'll have one after the game. Obviously, we're gonna open it up to everybody that's part of the channel. Always my true self, Javon. Always. It's the best way to. You never want to put on a persona. You never want to be a fake person on. Trust me. I won't say names, but there are people out there. So, haven't subscribed. Subscribe. Check out some of the merch. Guys, hit that like button before you leave. It goes a long way. 111 likes, 112 likes now. I appreciate everybody being here today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. And remember, Shakes go up, fly, fly. See you guys later, guys. Peace out.